It's like 6 in the morning, I know. I woke up. Well, it's not that bad anymore. But I got a sunburn. You can't even see it. I got a sunburn on my hands. Let me change the light. You can kind of see it with the light. It's almost gone now. But I was outside for like 2 hours mowing the lawn. My granddad's lawn. And, I was just, it was like 80 degrees out there. I was so tired. And then I worked out just a little bit. And then I was so dead after that. Went laid down and I didn't even mean to go to sleep. But I slept for like fucking 8 hours. I've been sleeping really well recently. No more nightmares. For the past 2 days, no more nightmares. So, if I have no more nightmares tomorrow, then that would be a world record. So, well, I was gonna play some CS:GO tonight. I have a couple videos lined up that we're just gonna watch. We're gonna watch, maybe play some Oblivion, or some Valorant, because I cannot play CS:GO right now because my account is locked. Because I bought the supporter edition for this. We're going to be doing that tomorrow or later tonight in another stream. But today we're just going to be relaxing a little bit. Oh, I have another update queued for this. I'm waiting for this to come out like fully, because they're putting up a lot of updates. Like this one. Where's the one with the place? Enemy mech aiming speed is a bit slower. Thank God. If you shoot someone without being seen, it doesn't aggro the entire faction anymore. For example, if you kill Icarus officers, you can walk around. You can walk out. Nobody will care. Okay, maybe that. I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, that's all right. This doesn't aggro everybody else. So I'm waiting for this game to fully update for me to really, really get into it. Even though I love it, it's still early access. So we're just gonna be watching some YouTube videos today. We might play some Oblivion. I wanted to play some CS:GO, but I guess we'll play some Valorant. Oh, I should have played Hitman tonight. Oh well, we got this game queued up and this game queued up. One of these tomorrow, or getting all the achievements for this game. Well, I already have all the achievements, but there's a little Easter eggs that come with the creator, the little $10 creator edition I got. And I was gonna buy the premium pass for this. For CS:GO, but I can't even fucking play it right now because my account's locked. So I'm gonna see if there's any cool skins in Valorant when we start playing that later.
I wanna watch a demo of the #1 in the world.
And we're gonna see what the #1 in the world is. I don't know this guy OniPixel. I feel like I've heard that name before, but I have no idea who this guy is.
How can I
I'm just gonna watch some YouTube videos tonight. I'm too tired. I might wake up though.
What?
I might get stuff done.
Bro, I swear on God, bro. What is this game, bro? Like what? There's no Premier Leaderboard? On CS stats you can still see it? Really? Because on the API it's public? Let me see. Wait, is this real? Current rank 36k.
Jesus.
Last match Tuesday 15th of April. Yes, that is real. Hold up. I want to see your most recent Premier game. 2,000 hours. This is his last one. jusT. 3.56 rating? 32 and 2 deaths? Guys,
Bro.
what are the odds that the world #1 in Counter-Strike
Is
Premier
a hacker.
Leaderboards is legit or is cheating? And be honest.
Nah, there's no way. We'll see. But he's #1 in the world. He has to. There's no way there would be like #1 in the world and just not. God, I hate that my account's locked, man. That's so annoying. I'm gonna have to wait until the morning too to like call. I have to call my credit card company, and then I have to call Steam support. Can't do any of that at fucking 6 in the morning. Or 4 in the morning when I woke up. Where's Kenchi? Yeah, this game I'm addicted to completely. I only have almost 2,000 hours on it. I don't even have 2,000 hours on it. I play this game like a motherfucker. Weaponry texture. Ooh. There's always a new mod. There's always a new mod that gets me. Wait. Go back. Just a little bit. Go back. What was that? For after. Ew. Just makes all the weapons gray. Ew, no. What? Look how much better that looks. No. I mean, this is probably more realistic, but no, this is like, some of them are rusty, some of them are... I do hate how some of them are more rusty than the others. I hate that. I like that a little better. I do. But they just look too similar to each other now. These look way cooler. More colorful. Like a Fruit Loops box. Oh, that looks really cool, though. See, if they had skins in this game, I would buy it. Okay, let's calm down. Oh, yes, an ad. Perfect.
Numero uno. He starts with the Deagle on pistol round. That's kind of crazy, because usually, of course, pro players would buy some Kevlar. Let's see this.
Really? I'm already just like, that's what I do. I get the Deagle immediately. Okay, I might be the next pro.
My question is on which server he's playing. He does have 36,000 elo in CS2 Premier, which is the current #1 in the world. His teammate already got an entry. Bang! Hits it perfectly. Has perfect crosshair placement. But that could just be a coincidence. Wow! Immediately, what the peak? Hits him with the Ferrari peak. And that is why he's the #1 in the world.
That was a little bit scary right there.
Current #1 in the world.
Hold on.
His teammate already got an
He pre-fires.
entry.
And then he sees somebody. Oh, that might be wall hacking, though.
Bang! Hits it perfectly. Has perfect crosshair placement. But that could just
Like,
be
how do you
Wow!
not...
Immediately, what the
Nah, how would he not... How would he know?
Peak.
Unless he was hearing that.
Hits him with the Ferrari peak. And that is why he's the #1 in the world. Oh, man.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
And the enemy immediately says, run mid if you want fast. Or is that a teammate? No, that is a teammate. I assume that this is a duo queue player with him. And they're both the donks of Counter-Strike. This may be donk on an alt account. And they're just saying, hey, if you want to finish this
Shut up,
fast,
bot.
might as well just go middle. Shut up, bot from the enemy team. This guy's not buying it. Chinese name.
This guy's not buying it.
Oh! Whoa!
Okay, no, no. That's full-on cheating, man. And I mean, I do believe people can play this game that much to know exactly where to shoot, but there was a full-on smoke there. There's no way, bro.
Oh! Wall bang! Headshot through the
Wallbang headshot through the smoke, man. You got like 3 indicators right there. That's horse shit.
smoke.
There's no way.
What?
I think the best players in this game are just really good at hacking. They're just really good at hacking. I don't know. It
That's
sucks.
a 1 in a million. Hits a no-scope. Hits another one. Back to back to back. Triple kill like it's nothing. That's why he's the #1. That's why he's the best in this fucking world. Give this guy a contract.
This guy in contract.
Alter.
Cheating, motherfucker.
Alter.
I kind of want to see Valorant #1 Valorant footage.
5-0 as a start. Okay, guys. Let's keep it real here. This guy may be cheating. This guy...
Maybe. This man got a fucking no scope twice, and a headshot through the wall bang through smoke. This is ridiculous.
may be cheating. Call me crazy.
Very
Team
legit.
completely
Very
flabbergasted by
legit.
how
Very
they're hitting
legit.
these Shots.
Crazy. No.
Oh man. You know what's disgusting, chat? And I have to say it. Most of the times, cheaters are getting...
Is this just the op is like the scout is more accurate than the op no scoped? No, he got 2 headshots there. This guy's cheating. There's no way you get 2 no scope headshots.
boosted by other people. They queue with players who are cheating. This guy cheats on his fucking account. Usually, they queue with people, and then what Valve does, because they at one point ban cheaters, right? Knock on the table, at one point they do. So, what people do, in order to get to world #1, they play with people who are cheating. And then what happens
Imagine
is those
cheating
guys
in a
get
video
banned.
game, bro.
The least that can, the most that can happen to them is that they get deducted the elo that they played with, like on Face It.
Like
I
a
don't know if that's
multiplayer
happening
video
from-
game.
yeah, I
Single
think
player
it
is
does.
alright.
Your elo gets reset. But this guy, world #1, literally 36,500 elo, and he's the one cheating. The fact that he got to this elo to reach the number 1, aka what, 200 games or whatever, how much he played, without getting banned is kind of crazy to me. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah, he's
I'm gonna
definitely
keep it a buck, chat.
definitely cheating a little
You
bit.
have a game which makes hundreds of millions of dollars, and you can't hire a guy that at least monitors the top 10. That's kind of crazy. That's why they're hiding the Premier leaderboard right now, because this is what's happening at the top.
Wow, you're
Look
right.
how
You're right.
motivating this is. What are you fucking gaining your elo for? To end up playing against these guys?
Wow.
Suck my nuts. It makes no sense. Make it make sense.
Suck my nuts. Damn, bro, is that what he actually looks like? There's no way. I don't believe that guy is that guy. That's wild. You can't see it. Hold on. My camera's in the way. Look at that. That's not real. That's wild. I'm gonna put my camera right down there. That's wild. There's no way. Oh, I'd like to have it popped out a little bit. Yeah, pop it right there. Pop it. Pop it. Lock it.
If this will turn into a hack versus hack. Let's see this guy. What?
Like, there's just... That's possible. He peaked there. That's a possible kill right there.
Guys, whenever I see a scout board, it is kind of sus to me. I'm gonna keep it a bug. There is a guy coming. He didn't seem aware though. Hey, this guy's not cheating.
Okay,
This
yeah.
guy's not
Yeah,
cheating.
yeah.
Throwing a grenade.
I
number
that
one
seemed
is.
possible, that
Okay.
kill right there.
Should we check the number 2 in the world? This guy has 155.
Damn, bro, the fact that... Yo. Like, does that just, like, get his dick hard? Like, the fact he's like, oh, #1 in the world. I cheated for this. It's so good. Like, wouldn't that just... I don't know. But at this point, this game is so big, you have to cheat in order to... And there's so many cheaters you have to cheat in order to get to this point. In order to get that big or anywhere near the top leaderboards. It's crazy.
5 wins, by the way. 155
It
games.
just makes me want to check on Valorant to see if there's any cheat. I haven't bumped into one cheater on Valorant. I don't think I played as much Valorant as CS, but... Oh my god, I keep bumping into like fucking aimbot, fucking auto aim and shit. Just like people no scoping people through
without getting fucking banned.
walls and shit.
That is ridiculous. And he even played a few days ago. This guy played 3 days ago. At least the last match recorded. Maybe he played even more than that. Name, player. But we can't click on him. Let me guess. This guy actually got banned?
Probably.
It doesn't let me click on it. Or does it just mean that his profile is private? Private profile? Oh. Private to the CS stats? Yikes.
Yikes.
So he might as well just be cheating.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want to see who this is. RIP number 3. And call me crazy, I've seen this profile before.
What does
I'm
the
pretty
check
sure
mark
this
mean?
is
Tracked. What does that mean?
RIP number 3. And call me crazy, I've seen this profile before. I'm pretty sure that I've seen this name.
Hmm?
And profile. This guy has a
I'm gonna
KD
say-
of 2.33.
I'm gonna say he's legit.
Which is ridiculous compared to the guy that we just watched, who was obviously cheating, had a KD of 2.7. Okay, let's see. Mr. RIP. We quickly check the Steam profile. Boom.
Boom.
He's from Brazil, apparently.
Brazil.
So he may be the #1 in South America on the leaderboard. How many hours in CS? 3.8k hours only.
And that's like 3.8. What do you mean only? What? The guy on the top leaderboard had like 2,000.
Maybe a prodigy. Wow. 36-6. 1 day ago he played a game. He keeps playing.
He keeps playing. He keeps playing. God damn. He does not have a bad game.
Premier even hits global in matchmaking or is about to hit global. Boys.
Boys.
Wait, what does it say? 169 games have had a player banned.
Oh, is he banned?
Listen to me. How many games are here even? Like 400?
Oh, he had a player banned. I don't know.
Or something, and you're telling me in half of the games somebody got banned. He didn't get banned, by the way. 9, but there may have been a cheater on the opposition or on his team that he gets carried by. Boy, let's have a look. Let's have a look at this guy's match real quick. Let's have a look at this game where he went 13-6. Alright? Wow. Those stats are ridiculous. 170 ADR. We may have the next Nico, boys. We may have the next Nico. Let's hop in. The game from yesterday played at the top.
The
elo
next
of
Sneeko
Counter-Strike.
is gotta be the
Is there a
craziest
way
insult.
to check the worst player, chat, the lowest leaderboard, I would be rock hard to check that. Me? Good one, pal. Just go check your VOD. Alright. Check, you're not being funny, bro. I'm not the best player, but I'm one of the best.
Is that Conor
The fact
McGregor?
that you consider me as one of the worst makes no fucking sense. Today is not Thursday. It's not reverse day. Next guy, that is kinda sus. Mr. Tri... Nee, no. Is it Mr. Tripao? Nee, it's Mr. Vinny. He's about to connect. They have the same profile picture. Which means that they may be double queuing. Question is, why is the world #1 player not connecting directly? Is he tinkering his settings? Is he changing his config? Is he taking the pizza out of the oven? Or is he installing cheats?
You putting the dick
That is
in the
my
ass?
question of the day.
Or
Vinny. I will not fast forward with gameplay. There we go. There he is. 34k fucking elo. This is the elo that you dream of, chat. To play against, to compete against. But let's see what really happens.
I don't dream of this.
The line matches. Alright, one thing that's immediately sus that we saw. Guess what he's buying on pistol round. And this is already something that we see throughout these high elo players. They don't buy Kevlar on the pistol, but 3, 2, 1. Bought the Kevlar, sold the Kevlar, bought a Deagle. Interesting. We know what happened the last time.
He did that so quick.
We could already get an idea of what the player looks like. This guy doesn't consider stairs at all.
no skin is cheat. I
Pushes
think that's a
in.
good. That's a safe way to play it.
Semi-aware. Smokes are hitting. Like it is to be
So why would they
expected
waste
from
money
a
on
high-level
skins if
game.
they're cheating?
He's inside of the smoke. I think he's sneaking out. Bomb is planted, so he's playing post plant. Perfect for first round. 2v5 post plant. Hit the first headshot. Hit the second headshot. Wow. Those peaks are ridiculous. Immediately knows. Perfect crosshair placement. Gets the triple hit. Gets the quadra. Oh my god. Okay, guys. Okay. Are you serious right now?
These wall hacks gotta be stopped, man. Oh my god, why would you ever play a game like this, bro? This is... Bro, all of the top players are cheating!
You know what's pissing me off? Cheating at the top level used to be hard. Getting away with cheating at the top level used to be difficult. You had to... Like,
Really?
I'm not talking from experience, but I know that some people, like, we saw it in Overwatch and stuff.
I don't
People
know
were
this
trying to
guy, I'm
hide
just
their
kidding, I don't
cheats.
know.
You know, when somebody was obviously cheating, they were gone already. They're not gonna hit good fucking ranks at all. They're gone before they even hit LEM, right? That's how it felt like in CS:GO.
Now I'm gonna be, every time I play this game, I'm gonna be like, is he cheating? Are we playing against a cheater now? I was just fucking around a couple of times, but oh my god.
Call me crazy. Huh? Okay, he's got the Foon script too. This is yeah. Like chat, like my blind grandma could see that this guy is cheating.
Wow!
How is this?
Wow! Wow, bro, come on, hide it a little bit.
Leaderboards of one of the most prestigious shooters, if not the most prestigious shooters. Hello, every shot is a kill. What?
Hide it a little bit, bro. That's your fucking teammate.
Guys, he's not
Oh,
even
no, it
trying
isn't.
to hide it the slightest bit. And no. What am I reading? Timeout. Timeout.
What is that? What
What did that guy just type?
do you say? What do you say? Probably like, this guy's a fucking cheater. Bro. Like, how do you expect? How does he get that? How does he get this high in ranked? No skins. He's just so obvious. CS:GO is better, bro. CS:GO is cooked. Yeah. I should have played this game when it was worth it. You would think like they would do something. There's millions of people playing this game every day. You'd think they would have people fucking, at least a couple hundred or 1,000 people monitoring this shit.
So, Xita x Xita aquí. Call me crazy, but if my Spanish is with me today, so cheetah versus cheetah right here.
That's cool.
He's asking, hey, should I also activate? Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd be a good game to watch. Wall hacks versus wall hacks. No aimbot though. No aimbot.
At high elo lobbies. You realize the enemy is cheating. You ask, hey, wanna go cheater versus cheater? Making sure if they are a part of the fucking cheater squad too. Look at that. Look at that fucking shit. Suck my balls.
You're fraudulently claiming more income than you're receiving.
The accountant is back.
You accuse me of money laundering?
Or will dislocate your shoulder.
This time, he brought his brother.
I'm actually really. I want to watch this movie.
hit him harder than I thought.
I love the first accountant.
Do you like puzzles, Mr. Wolf?
Really?
Two brothers. One mission.
Braxton, thank you.
The accountant 2, rated R.
We are not a traditional.
What did it say it was coming? I can't read that fast. Oh, look at that.
And my Wix website really has to capture the same man.
Oh, that's it. God damn it. All right. Well, let's see. Since we're already on here, spectate the #1 world preferred player. Jesus Christ. I kind of want to see more cheaters. But this one has 1 million views, so I
Okay,
can.
Krimbo, you can talk as much as you want. More talking, if you go through it, it's appreciated. I'll mute up and I comment here and there. So you won't hear me when I waffle, but I want to hear you waffle as well. Okay. Best of luck, brother. Again, from my side, 100 gifted on the line.
He died immediately.
Maybe from Furious as well, that's 1,000. If you beat these bots, 1st to 13, best of luck.
Inshallah.
Here we go, chat. Krimbo,
Inshallah.
big clan player.
let's
Plays for the
see,
best
bro.
German team in CS.
Bro, there's actually 10 people.
This is the
Okay.
first time we have a pro attempt the 1v10 bots challenge.
Let me sit straight.
Let's see it.
Let's
I'm
go.
excited
Let's
to
go.
see
Let's
the
go.
thought
He's
process.
legit. He's got
Quickly,
skins.
So
quickly.
good.
A face level 10 with 4,000 elo, Furious. I'm not gonna say how many heal rounds he got, but let's just say it was tough. Here we go.
Stat track.
Wow, Krimbo wants to go B. Little does he know. There's a lot of them on B. Come on. Bots need to turn. Why do the bots play their bots?
Bro, what are they doing?
It's okay, chat. I still believe. I still believe. Mulik! Mulik! Mulik was my goat. Come on, come on. Rebel, rebel, rebel! We need some headshots.
It's over.
P2K is ass,
It's
no?
getting really lucky right now. This may be a good thing, chat.
Okay,
Because
these
right
bots
now,
are retarded.
You
I'm
may
not
think,
watching
oh,
this.
This is easy.
This is easy. I don't want to watch bots. I want to watch, what was the other one? What was the other one? What was the other one? I finally played Valorant. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. Let me go back and see if I can find that one video.
Chat,
Yeah, this one.
you still have no rank. No way I don't have any rank. What? Wait! Oh my...
What?
Guys, this is so new. This was not available yesterday, was it? Finally, Season 2 ranking. None but cheaters. What do you mean? Let me see if I can add this guy, chat. Interview the #1 world premiere player. 11k hours played. Do I add him and ask? 90% cheater. Bro, no. His win rate is legit. 88%. That's fair. It's not even that high. Why they are cheaters?
It's pretty goddamn high.
I think no.
That guy's a cheater right there.
I think no. Because they wouldn't have released the leaderboards if this was cheaters, right? Go play casual.
Yes,
Oh.
they would. Sup? Are you #1 in CS? Premier?
Is that the guy? Wait, I can see it now. Dunk! Cheat or legit? Yo,
Get these fucking guys out of
Why
here!
does this guy have jokes? Booster.
What does that
I
mean,
understand.
booster?
Like other people cheated him up. That's a classic. That's why they don't ban you.
Oh,
Unique demo.
yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, he has somebody playing with... Okay, that's what he means by booster. He has somebody playing with him. That is cheating.
Whoa! Heck! I've never seen someone send me this. Legit. Guys, it's okay. I can open this, right? Ah! Mirage.
Okay, I'm feeling a bit good about this one.
Everybody says all knives gone.
Let's see. Here we go. Number 1 in the world.
Bro, this game fucking sucks. Why would you ever play this, bro? You can't even spectate people without like, oh, my skins are gone and shit.
Yeah. We have the number 1 in the world, which is AWQ. It is, I think, his most recent game, right? How much elo do you get per game, chat? If you check right now, Premier in CS, this guy is number 1 in the world. EU, and EU is the only one that matters. Because Asia is just cheater, NA is just cheater, and EU is the only one, where most people play. EU is where it actually counts. But are the leaderboards also filled? This is the number 1 in the world right now. Valve finally made the leaderboards public like in the world. Against very rough to keep, already know what to. Spawning. He says that he declined a call. But it doesn't look like he's balling. He says that he's 9 years old, by the way. He says that he's 9 years old and he's the number 1 in the world. What? Either this guy is simple dunk and 1 human being combined, or he just got the luckiest headshot of his life. Let's keep an eye on this guy with the Chinese name. Oh, another headshot. Everyone is just everyone buying deal on pistol round. That's not natural, guys. I watch a lot of projects.
You keep saying that's not natural. I've seen that happen more than anything.
That's ridiculous.
Why you mad, bro?
Oh my god. And boys, this is why some people are not number 1 in the world, yeah? This is the prime CS that we have. I don't know if the shots were sus though. Let's keep an eye on it. Again, number 1 in the world. Here we go. Second round, booting up. In the chat has been set only, oh no, Freezy, bruh, GG, and now he's pinging the bomb site. He's tabbing out. Maybe he thinks that his teammates will do something, I don't know.
Yes, the perfect fucking play. Let your teammates be bait.
Round and spawn. Chief Hardest now with the kill. I don't know if they are queuing together. AWQ. I want to see him, chat. I want to see him because this guy is number 1 in the world. MP9. Here's a guy. It's against Scout. How does he play this? How does he play this? Oh. Oh. Okay, so
He's trolling. He's trolling.
So I'm pretty sure what's happening. On his team happen to be cheaters, and oh no, you know what's aware?
Du bist so harsh.
Emilia says you are so bad. You are so bad in German. And this guy is also German. This is a German name. I accidentally, oh no. He's also German. Amt für Abschiebungen. Emilia, German. Full private too. Emilia. I think have we seen enough, chat? Have we seen enough?
No, we have not.
But again, he is legit and he just happened to be in a game with cheaters. Nothing he can do. Those hops are pretty clean.
I think that sucks. That sucks if you're a really high rank and you just fucking go in a game with cheaters. Then you just have to play it safe and pray that you don't fucking lose, man.
I want to see how he ends the game, chat, if he gets any kills.
Hello everyone, this is Apex from Vitality, and today we have a special surprise for you. After a great win streak, Team Vitality together...
AWQ at 0-7, number 1 player in the world. Now he's at 1-12. He did get a kill. I want to see where. AWQ got a kill. When did he get that kill and how did he get that? AWQ. 1 kill. Where did he get that? Here somewhere. This round he got it. This round he got the kill, chat. Or the next one. Let's see. With RVP, okay, understandable.
Why do you drink out of his water bottle like that?
Okay. And he's ending the game with a score of 2 and 12. Do I want to see the second kill? I kinda do. It's right here. Should be right here. On the almost last round. Here's a guy walking by. Will he get him a one tap?
Oh. Oh.
Here's a guy walking by. Will he get him a one tap?
Okay, that seems legit. Yeah, I could hear his footsteps coming. That was safe play.
And the game ends 13-4.
I love those daggers.
These are the highest elo games that we have in CS. GG, let's see what they type. Highest elo games that we have in CS. GG, let's see what they type. Womp womp, family peak 4v1. GG. And they all disconnect. Not a lot of typing in these lobbies. I thought there would be a lot of typing. Everyone knows everyone, but no. Question. Your friend who was #1 leaderboard. How many accounts banned after hunting #1? No way it's his only account, right? Bro chatting like he's on Facebook. 1 to 2. That's it? Okay, thanks for talk. Good luck staying #1 and report all cheaters. We're so cooked. It's chopped.
It is cooked. Why would you ever play this game? Silent jump explained. You know what? I think I'd rather fucking kill myself than go try hard on this game. But now I want to see some high level Valorant play.
Chat, I want to do.
But we got some more videos to watch other than that.
This video is sponsored by NordVPN.
Everybody's talking shit about The Last of Us Season 2. Everybody's talking. Even people, I've been watching this one girl review every single episode. There's Angry Joe and this one girl. And it is just not good, man. This guy's 53 on trending. That's awesome. But this guy's videos are already pretty good all the time. But oh my god. What did they expect? I really thought they were going to make just one. Why would they make more than one season? And then they have the balls to make a season 3 with just Abby. What the fuck are they thinking, man? What do they really think? They lost everybody this season. Do they really think that?
Hey, did you guys hear that Max is changing its name back to HBO Max?
Woo! Everybody made fun of it so much. Conan O'Brien did that.
I think that's pretty funny. But
Yeah.
what's not funny is that if you want to watch HBO Max outside of America, there's a good chance you're not allowed to. Yeah, you don't even get available.
NordVPN.
Nord is the n.com/cosmonaut to get a huge discount on a 2-year plan, plus 4 additional months thrown in as a bonus. Plus, it's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. In case you missed it, that's nordvpn.com/cosmonaut, or you can use the link in the description below.
Nice.
Here's Tommy Armour showing you the kind of swing that is the goal of every would-be golfer.
So HBO's The Last of Us The Show Season 2 Part 1 is concluded, and I almost wasn't going to watch it. I didn't really love Season 1.
I didn't watch
I
it.
thought it was fine, but
I know pretty much everything because I've seen so many fucking reviews on it.
I really don't like The Last of Us enough to want to experience the exact same story again. Plus, while people think I'm some kind of Last of Us 2 defender, I only said it
I have that same, the evil eye. I have that same bracelet, kind of.
was okay. Not great, not awful, it was just fine. Plus, I have a few other
alright.
videos I'd rather finish first.
The story was ass, but the gameplay was great. Oh, what are those popcorn buckets? What the hell?
And I didn't want to watch it, okay? But I did anyway. I don't even know why. I couldn't tell you. And as for how I felt about Season 2...
It was my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea.
Unlike with Season 1, where I could recognize that it was a competent show that just wasn't for me, I actively disliked watching Season 2. It felt like they took the things I actually enjoyed about the game and decided to bring 2 slight changes kind of made everything worse. There are some elements to the second game that I actually really enjoyed. I like that it's pretty mean and miserable. Last of
I
Us
like
1
that.
Had a lot of levity
I like
in
that.
it with
I like the whole part with Ellie. I really like what they were doing with Ellie in part 2. But as soon as they made us play as Abby for the entire second half of the game, like, you can't do that unless Abby is already like a well-known and loved character. You can't do that. I don't want everybody was okay with playing as Joel or Ellie in The Last of Us Part 2. Even Tommy. I was okay with playing as Tommy. Not some random girl named Abby.
Interactions, but with Joel gone, the second game is just non-stop pain and suffering. And I like that. Ellie is a fucking freak in that game. You can really see her turn into the monster that Joel taught her to be. Also, the gameplay is really good. I don't think anybody can argue with that.
It saves it. It saves the game.
But here, I don't have gameplay to lean on when the story stumbles.
Oh,
in this
God.
season, for some reason, the writers decided to make Ellie a lot less mean. I don't know why they did this. Maybe they thought Bella Ramsey would get too
She's got, like, baby face, you know. I think she plays Ellie really well, but not this type of Ellie.
much hate for being evil. Maybe they thought people didn't like the game because of Ellie's lust for revenge, so they decided to tone it down.
That was the only reason that the game was good.
Either way, they changed the story and they made
How
it
are they so off base?
a lot less miserable, and I kind of hate that. Because one of the things I like about The Last of Us in both the game and in the first season is that the atmosphere is pretty oppressive. I genuinely think this is one of the worst fictional worlds to exist in. There's almost no hope or optimism present, and I think that's very important for this story. But here, Ellie and Dina are kind of treating their murder quest with an energy that's too lighthearted for me. And when Ellie is on screen,
They literally
she
have a
feels
sex
nothing
scene.
like her game counterpart at all. In the video game, when Dina tells Ellie that she's pregnant, Ellie is very justifiably angry.
I just need to rest for a second. Are you fucking kidding?
How long have you known?
I wasn't sure, okay? I didn't want to be a burden.
Well, you're a burden now, aren't you?
But in the show, when she hears this news, she's like, oh my god, you're pregnant? That's so awesome. That made my day so much better.
I'm gonna be a dad. Yeah.
This show shaves off all of the edges from The Last of Us and makes it more palatable for TV show watchers. Bella Ramsey is still doing great as Ellie, but I think this version of Ellie is so much less interesting. Ellie is cool in the game because we make her do cool shit, but here, she doesn't have anything to do. And
I would totally play The Last of Us Part 2 again, but just like the combat encounters, and just as Ellie. I would stop playing as soon as you start playing as Abby. Just because I don't like Abby that much. I don't know. Yeah, I think she's really hollow. I don't like her. Not just because she kills Joel, but just a lot of other reasons.
She doesn't have Joel to bounce off
She doesn't.
of, so it makes
She doesn't feel like a real person.
her into a very weak main character. Since this show is trying to push back on the theme of revenge, it's easy to see Ellie as kind of a petulant, whiny baby. She doesn't make any big moves to hunt down Abby and her crew, and she spends a lot of the time just being unreasonable. They also made her fucking incompetent. She makes no meaningful progress on the adventure.
She just looks so weird here.
On her own. Dina does everything. She plans their route, she tells Ellie where to go and what to do every time. Ellie doesn't feel like someone who's capable of going on this quest. It doesn't feel like she can take on an entire army, and in fact, she doesn't. I don't know why you'd adapt the revenge murder video game and keep your main character from murdering and doing revenge. Like, the point of the story is that Ellie needs to stop herself from becoming Joel. In the second game, she's basically Joel Jr. She's a fucking animal. She has that dog in her. And none of that energy's present in the show. This is not Last of Us 2 Ellie. This is Last of Us 1 Ellie again, except now she's sad sometimes. It's like the writers are scared to make her into the scary force of nature that Ellie is in the game. They sanitized her way too heavily. Maybe it's also because we actually know that the people she's killing are real people with friends and family just like her. Because the show fucked up and showed us both perspectives right at the beginning. See, for me, the opening sequences of the game work so well because these people show up, they murder Joel right away, and we don't even know why they did it. So when we play the first half of the game as Ellie, it feels good to get revenge. It feels like we're justified. Then we see Abby's side of the story. We get the full picture and it recontextualizes the narrative. It's not the most complex story in the world, but that framework is critical in making it work at all. But the show completely ignores that. For some reason, the show opens up with Abby saying, "Oh no, everybody I love is dead. I am now going to kill Joel Last of Us." When the season opened this way, I immediately could tell this was going to be a bad season of television. Because this isn't just a small alteration to the story. This is a fundamental misunderstanding of the original narrative. Again, I don't know why they did this. Maybe it's because they didn't want people hating on Abby right away. But, like, that's the point of the story.
It's so weird. It's so weird. They managed to fuck up. The second game was already so bad. The story was already so bad. And they managed to fuck it up even more.
You're supposed to hate her.
An unarmed doctor. You shot in the head. Yeah. That was my dad.
There's no subtlety in the script at all. Characters are constantly just telling the audience how they feel about everything and what they want to accomplish. At every turn, the show treats you like you're stupid. All of these choices make the story worse. It makes the story less engaging, and the first few episodes were pretty boring for me because it was a story I've already experienced, but it's presented in a worse way. I don't understand why they released this footage of Bella Ramsey going beast mode John Wick style, because Ellie doesn't do any of this in the show. I think every single encounter in this show involves Ellie either hiding or running away from somebody. Every time it seems like Ellie's about to do something cool, the show just neuters her. And what really shocks me is that Ellie doesn't willingly kill anybody on Abby's crew. Seriously, this is the Vengeance video game, and the main character does not exact her revenge on anybody in the show. She doesn't kill Nora, she just kind of hits her with a metal pipe a few times and then leaves her to turn into a zombie. She doesn't want to kill Owen or Mel, she does it on accident in self-defense. Look, I get it. It's not realistic for a 19-year-old girl to wipe out an entire army on her own, but I'm not watching the fucking Mushroom Zombie show for realism. I want to see this character have a satisfying journey, and she doesn't. She fucks around and runs from zombies and cultists for a few episodes, and then what? I'm supposed to be excited when we jump over to Abby in the last episode? I don't care. I don't even like Abby that much, and I saw how you wrote the character I actually do like. My problem with The Last of Us when Season 1 came out was that, as somebody who doesn't even really love the first game that much, I got nothing out of a show that deserves to read.
Imagine Season 3 is, like, amazing. Like, they really give a shit about Abby, and they just they fucking go crazy.
The same story with no deviation. The bonus stuff, like the world building and the gay Ron Swanson episode, were all great, but everything else was just not for me. The show is just the game, but without the gameplay, and I think a lot of people don't realize that the gameplay does a lot of heavy lifting for this series.
I still thought it was alright. It wasn't great, but it was alright.
I feel like you get more attached to these characters by controlling them and hearing their little offhand conversations.
I still gotta play the remastered version. It looks so good, but I kind of like the way the old version looks better.
And spending a lot of time with them. When you boil The Last of Us down to just the story beats, I feel like it's kind of weak. And this season is really the worst example of that.
And like, why would I play
this season, they shaved off the...
Why would I play the first game if I know the second game is just so bad?
Parts of the story I actually like.
It's so much harder when you enjoy the good stuff.
Groundbreaking story to begin with. A lot of people water down the story of the second game to being revenge is bad, when I think it is trying to do a little more than that. I do think it stumbles around in its delivery, but that basic revenge plot is handled pretty decently for what it is. It's crazy that the show just makes the game look better. My original intention was to watch this season with a fresh mind and try to look at it from the perspective of
maybe that's what they were trying to do
with the game. Yeah, I'm not the target demographic, but I think the target demographic is kind of missing out because this show's treating them like idiots. I feel like episode 6 was the most solid out of the bunch. It adapts the good parts of the game without removing any context, and what it does change actually worked for me. I like that Joel and Ellie didn't have a definitive falling out. They just kind of slowly grew apart due to Joel's flaws. I think this change works very well for this story, and it makes Joel's fate a little more tragic. The best episode with the best writing and the best performances is also the episode that kind of ruins the finale of the entire second game. Ellie forgiving Joel is supposed to be the big reveal that we don't see until the end. But this isn't the end of the show. There's a third season, which now has its finale spoiled. That last conversation with Joel and Ellie sums up the entire purpose of the story. You're not supposed to see it until the end. And they went ahead and dropped it in the middle of the narrative, and I don't know why. I don't know why.
You know
they're
what?
obsessed
If
with
they made,
ruining-
if they did this just to make the fucking second game look better, then they did a good job. They did a good job. This show fucking sucks. This show sucks ass.
all of the subtlety in this story.
I still hate Abby. There's nothing you could really fix about Abby, but
did not like this show. It was not my cup of tea. I actually wanted to stop watching it. I wouldn't have finished it if it wasn't my job to watch.
it's
this
hard to
show.
fix Abby.
I liked it a lot less than season 1, and I'm not willing to be very nice to it. I think if you haven't played the game, you probably won't be too upset about this show, but you should know that this is not the ideal way to experience this story. For me, it was very hard to enjoy this while knowing how much worse they made the story at every turn. So I'm gonna give The Last of Us Season 2 a 4 out of 10.
Ew. I think that's right. There are some cool ass scenes, but everything else just drops it down by so much. So much, man. My God. #1 female player in the world.
First time that we have a female team going against a male team.
His voice is
Usually
so funny,
tournaments,
man.
It's all male teams, right?
He has such like like announcer voice. Even he thought the fucking season 2 was awful. Oh yeah, and we're gonna watch this too. This might make me want to play Oblivion a little bit. At the same time, I want to play a little bit of Valorant. I don't really want to get that too. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? This is gonna be a shorter stream. It's because I want to stream for way longer later tonight. But what is this? What is this? What? Oh, this is just to check if the servers are down. Okay, okay. Okay. I don't really need that anymore. I was gonna buy Diablo 1. Oh shit. Continue. And it's only for like $10. It looks like a lot of fun. I watched the Act Man's video on it. I love games like this, man. Some people look at games like this. I know some of my friends are like, oh god, this is awful. And it does take a while to get used to playing it because it's just so much older, but it's Diablo 1, man. It's with the game that started it all. And I'm not going to play any of the other Diablo games, but that one looks great.
Imperial fought themselves up in the Valve ranking, up to 23 in the world, and now they're playing against Navi in a BO3 for elimination at Blast Bounty. Boys, this is going to be a barn burner. Here we go.
Ooh, see you, wonderful. It's a big game.
Elimination. Loser goes home.
Ladies and
Navi
gentlemen,
versus best female team in the world. Let's go.
Imperial female.
Let's see how the pistol goes.
Everybody's watching.
Oh, it's all girls?
By Tori in the interview, they want to be realistic and
girls versus boys. Okay.
They can play and how many rounds they can play, and as Vu pointed out, watching their games, a lot is about watching the quality of the rounds and not so much, you know, how many rounds exactly.
Why we zoomed in on her face? Where's the game?
Like, look at two teams this disparity, you would just
and showing good face. Well,
I want to see the game.
you get Navi. That's
This
the
is
other half
it.
of it. I'm kind of down to see.
And they're all doing the same thing. That's so weird.
So, hands
Whoever has the most balls goes in first. Also dies first. That's me.
Team did their research. Look. Bomb site A is open.
Well, that's a good. That's good.
Util come out over
Single
top,
guy
so
there.
execute heavy, right? That's what
Jack
we
coming now,
anticipate from
Sven.
Imperial.
Wow, man.
Here we go.
These smokes are nuts. One.
Come on. No. Come on. Kill him.
Temple.
Alexi, try to make
Looking for the bomb plant, and it's just wonderful.
Ew. Oh no.
Having to send Tori right
Tori.
no bomb possession.
Tori can ace
and so
clutch.
they come out with an execution.
No, she cannot.
JL just too sharp
Maybe.
to stop it. That gush on Alexi gave
No,
them
she
hope,
can't.
and that's where the hope ended.
Yeah, I mean, look at the rotation.
That's where the hope ended.
Just in
If Tori
time
wins this,
for the
$100
full
giveaway.
attack, and now
Because I know that it's possible.
Tori hunted
Into the
down
vine
here.
boom.
Up above for the moment, and a clean round here for Navi to kick things off.
cHiLL! Bro, now these guys. These guys. Bro.
You know, we talk about teams looking to start with,
That wasn't that bad.
beginnings to the year.
It's Navi at Shanghai. It was obviously not the best situation. We saw the tweet
Blade
from
is locked
JL
Wasn't that bad so far? Wasn't that bad?
that Kassad roasted him for, trying to just explain his
Lock in.
mindset for the year.
Yeah.
And Kassad saying get over it.
She's
He
in it.
achieves so much. Way more than
I'm
most
excited
will
for the
ever
first
achieve
gun
in their
round.
career. It's time to move forward. And
I actually took a
Imperial
shuttle in the
female,
morning after the
force
award
buy.
show with JL to the airport.
What's this guy talking about taking a shuttle? Talk about the fucking game.
Straight into
Come
the
on.
Alexi
Nice
from the
shots.
corner goes down, but
Nice, Anna.
I actually jerked off right before this match right here, and JVA got 2 kills.
The brakes get hit. And that's what you want. A kill to Bits, not bad. But JL ended up.
Oh my God, they got JL.
Nice running connection. We got a 1v1 clutch here.
Fuck!
4 kills to his name. And to return to that, JL himself said, "You know what? I really hope they do well."
Yeah.
And I had forgotten at the moment.
He looks creepy.
He was their pick.
Right.
You know, so I'm like, yeah, us and everybody else.
Yeah, he looks.
I really hope they do well.
Yeah.
He looks creepy. He looks like a serial killer, and he looks like Patrick Bateman.
He was their pick,
right?
You know, so I'm like, yeah, us and everybody else, right? And he's like, no.
That guy looks like a gamer right there.
Yeah. Want them to do well, and here he is in the server. Well, obviously
I'm telling you, it's possible.
Yeah, yeah, he's gonna want to. He'd be the one to stop the clutch.
Nice
it was some really
they
nice
made it
shots,
expensive.
as was brought up earlier. It's
possible.
Time to kill.
It's possible.
I think when you jump up to this
Anything's
level,
possible.
Like everything is improved. In the team
Like how the title's like
obviously,
#1
but,
female
like,
player in the world, and they're just fucking getting owned right now.
straight up mechanics. That's also something that actually
You didn't see that? You didn't see that?
And if you're actively practicing,
That's
against
alright. It
teams
was
like
through the fire.
FaZe
I
and
can't.
G2,
I'm aimbotting right now. I know.
Vitality, yeah, your
Oh
aim's gonna
shit!
be-
Oh
Come on, it's
shit!
just wonderful. Please.
Oh shit! Hurry up! Hurry up! They gotta reload! Hurry the fuck up! You gotta push that.
Pretty spread map here. Zaz is just
Nice
outside
story,
B
no
at the
shot.
moment.
Ah.
Finds it. Bombs dropped.
Oh
and
my
they're
God!
Split up, just looking for their kills. Nice one from Tori.
This game is so ass.
2-1Ds.
That's a cool deagle right there, though.
Bro, I swear, this is like.
Oh, that's an even cooler. I love the ammo on the side.
In the CS scene, you know the CS scene, right?
23 sitting with it outside B.
We've seen the clips on Reddit where like, there's clips in.
You gotta love how nobody's planted the bomb.
People in the game like this, Bruder. This is against Navi.
The thing with Ana as this game goes on is.
Are they camping the bomb right now?
Lucy and
Put some
B-Dog,
respect on the name.
I don't know where the fuck it is. Oh, she
premier
has it.
duo
Okay.
Of the women's tournament
40
and
seconds.
that circuit were kind enough to send us a document and
It's just like, look at them just moving back and forth. It's not even moving a little bit.
kind of give us a few more details.
And what the
about
analyst said,
a
you
team
have to
that not
realize
all
as
of us
well.
watches frequently. And
Female
one of the
teams
things
that can't
about Ana
practice
is
Like, imagine a boxing match like this.
in
The
the
top
scene,
players in the team.
There are some boxing matches where they just like keep swinging.
It's so isolated.
but getting to the late round with winnable
haven't seen
situations is what's under question.
There we go.
Female team against male team.
First plant in 3 rounds, and she's dead.
You have to practice against the best to become the best. Imagine you only practice against. Okay, calm down. But imagine, you know,
fast from Navi overall.
if you only
throughout this
practice
game,
against
so
people your level, then
no
you can never
surprise
like.
that,
Perfect
really
practice
soon
makes
there's
perfect.
a full
Jump out.
commitment towards the A site. But
There's
Navi
too many commentators right now.
score the round. Even
I'm
though
gonna start
the
going
goes
too.
down, some money made.
Wait, 13-0.
13-0-4.
As always.
15-18.
Nothing more alive is
W2K.
actually
www.com.
close.
www.bigdigbitch.com.
Lock in.
Lock in.
All right, let's see about these ancient chops.
How does your camera even that close to your face?
And the head-to-head in the op department.
Damn, bro. Like, no, their eyes are gone. Look at that fucking. Look how close that is. That's nuts. You can't even see anything, man. You would have to, like, I would have to. There's one at A. There's one at A. There's one on the left side of my screen. There's another on the right. Like.
And the head-to-head in the op department.
Ew, bro.
Full buy on Imperial.
What are these notifications on these fucking...
Here we go. Full buy on Imperial. Full buy against full buy, chat. Come on, Ana.
Towards B early, met by smoke.
Oh, that was a good molly.
23 on the entry.
Pushing out. Holy shit!
Oh, almost a team kill right there, but that was alright.
Took side
To
control.
extend into the bomb site, so it's
JL?
sitting on the site at the very least, but
Refrag.
JL has been the bane of their existence so far.
I hate that skin.
He's going to continue to collect these kills.
That's a much better skin right there.
Bomb plant's off. They don't want to go for
Nice
it just
ass.
yet.
1v3.
Woo!
Oh, turns for the double kill. Looking
Zaz.
for an ace against Navi.
Against Spinning Emma.
Unfortunately for her, not in a bomb plant.
Watch out.
Unfortunate.
Watch out.
You got this.
Watch out!
Oh, it's clean. Instant headshot.
Fuck!
Another 1v1, bro.
Zaz takes that aggression to the
Alright.
almost acing Navi.
Man.
Aggression to the
Maybe he can get that tooth replaced
to the spear, almost acing
with this win.
Navi.
Man. And Zaz been
And
playing.
my teeth are gonna look like that when my wisdom teeth comes out. I can't I can't shit talk that much.
This game longer than most of the Na'Vi
I
players.
wish they
to be
win
honest.
these rounds. Were Na'Vi laughing?
Man,
I swear on God that they would laugh with
Those were
fate, bro.
great shots.
2 1v1s. If they would have lost them, bro, it would have been what, like 2 to 1.
With the entry on top of it, running into the site. And they're keeping it simple, which I think is a really smart idea. They're not going to be able to beat Na'Vi out.
That was
in,
so
like,
good.
Long drawn out defaults. Like
Oh, he just got the lucky
best
spray.
ever.
He got the lucky spray.
So
on the entries, real good aggression. Just the right amount of
It's getting closer and
The
closer.
rest just 100% faith in their team.
I think they're gonna win this
Around
round.
The same tempo. Oh,
Right.
here comes
What?
the
Okay, that's
what is
lucky.
that shot?
Yeah,
That's
it's been pretty disrespectful on the smoke grenades. We saw it last round, running up top ramp and catching 2 players off guard in sight. You could even throw that back to
I
the
think
pistol, where
I think they're
wonderful
always
assist
disrespectful,
donut
but
smoke.
okay.
So, you know, that level of disrespect that Na'Vi have earned by being such a great team is obviously going to be on display. Ana able to bring this back, though. That's
Man advantage.
woman advantage, in fact, here in round 5.
Woman advantage.
What does that even mean?
W scrawny, bro.
And
That's
depends how they
crazy
rock
that he
these
thought of that.
rotations, but
L
I think
sexist.
it feels like a position where they can leave Zach. I don't know if Ana wants
What?
to start to walk
L
up and be in this
sexist. Bro,
spot, but
I
you
didn't
can see
read
that
it, bro.
Na'Vi are walking blind at the
Oh.
moment. They're seeing nothing inside of the
Last
Every team
stream.
is tucked into a nice position with
50
lots of time to
seconds.
spare.
Ana, my goat.
Playing it cool, right? Slowing it down. Waiting to see if Na'Vi overstep.
3v4.
We saw that bomb slip up into the B site previously. For
have
the
That's a
post
cool
round
Galil
plan,
skin.
but
Smoke off
You
CT,
gotta be
maybe?
careful about just running into time trouble.
Oh, that's
this is
nice.
Turning into sacrificing
Teamwork.
material to try to trick Na'Vi, but if one thing goes
Just attack.
wrong, okay, and they'll draw their attention.
30
We've seen how
seconds.
fast Na'Vi rotate. And
The
it
bomb
looks like
goes back to
another
B.
situation
Goes
will-
back to
they'll
B.
fight
That was
this
just unlucky.
entirely. They can afford that. We
Oh
just checked
wow!
the
Oh
and
wow! Oh
this
wow!
Tate fake. Faking out Na'Vi.
Oh, just a little bit to the
Go
left.
down in 23. Can she keep anybody busy here? How long before
Just go!
Na'Vi
Just go!
make
Just
this?
go! Just go forward! Go forward!
They make them look like
Stuck in
fools.
the
They
temple,
still
but
think it's
Zaz,
me.
who could be on bomb, is coming to help 23. Maybe even offering an open door back.
It's a free. It's free right now. 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 It's free right now.
He expects more.
Na'Vi
to be
was so
hunted.
clueless there, chat.
That is Imperial FE on the scoreboard with a very nice, cool, and collected.
I knew it. I knew they were gonna win this. They're getting better and better with each round, and they planted the bomb. He's got to go up. He's got to push up, and he's gonna fuck up.
Crazy flick.
He's gonna fuck up with one of them.
2 rounds were down to 1v1.
He's got
That's
full health, I
solid
think.
patience.
I don't know how to check his health.
Tucking all their positions
Yeah, it's
and
done.
Crush the,
Wow, that was just great
from
teamwork.
Alexi
4-1.
walking down the ramp. There was a lot
was
of
great
things
teamwork.
here
Lock in.
where they caught Na'Vi off guard and they get their round early.
Balls, man.
Lock in.
And that's
on the
one.
rifle too. And you know what? They do it on the default. You know.
Oh, that was
Not a
sexy.
full commitment, B rush.
Woo!
This is a round that has a lot of moving pieces and to cohesion.
Zaza.
Here
And
we
again,
go.
We're not seeing aim be a problem. I'll say that.
Here we go.
You got Na'Vi on the lesser buy,
Odds.
so
Is it Zaza or Zaz?
We'll see just how
Or is it Zaz?
Na'Vi throw
Na'Vi,
out,
fast
how
fight.
confident they are in themselves to flex the advantage.
We have to back up.
Oh, Alexi jumping up,
good
able to
read
finish off Zaz.
They got cool names. On the other team, they got JL, I'm, and
Ana,
Wonderful.
my goat. Lock in.
On a cautious as to which side of this
And
red
fucking
pit
bit.
could actually come
Ana?
down at her.
What?
JL. Beautiful.
He's wall
Clean as
hacking?
can be. The retort is this solo walk up from Cat.
Yeah, and there's a Famas
Famas?
waiting in the
That's
corner
nonsense.
for the
Famas?
chance
All
to
right,
take
Jack.
Get this guy out of here.
Here won't be clearing this. This will be a free frag for a bit. Now there isn't a
This will be a
commitment
big
from
frag
everybody
for a
else on
bit.
walk-up,
I took the
so
subway here.
the Na'Vi, fully attentive now to B as they clear things out for a second, but the bomb is in a position to take it to the other side of the map. They could join up inside of middle and make this a walk-through donut,
Lock in.
but we'll see what their decision
What
is
is
going to
donut?
be.
Still winnable, chat.
Just makes me so hungry for donuts
They
every
take this one
time.
in the cave where two await them.
Yeah, the two that await them with guns.
Is this donut? Where they are right now, the Famas?
reaping the rewards of the kills in sight? Tori,
Time
does
to
she clear the right corner?
There is time to clear
Yes,
this.
she does. Famas being
Oh my
blind.
God!
2v4 queued up. And remember, it's pistols. That's what
Oh, their health is on there. Okay,
The
okay.
fruits of their labor have been dropped back to the ground.
20
Ime
seconds, bomb goes
could
down.
try to push this, but
Ime
he's gonna
can't
wait
deny.
for that flank from Wonderful
the
to
model.
come through. And that Desert Eagle flank
Holy
has been
shit.
denied. 23 out with a second
It's
kill.
2v4.
And so Ime into the clutch. A 2v4
Play together.
recovery made possible.
Whoever's
after
switching the
that
cameras right now
dirty
is-
Eagle peek from Cave.
That's a job, man.
Smoke spade.
How do you choose which
And as
person to
Ime steps
spectate?
forth, Imperial could be on the brink of their second round. He's gonna have to start sprinting.
Oh my god. Oh my
23,
god.
the key to this recovery.
Absolutely, we've seen some great moments from her. 2 rounds straight now for Imperial.
That's what I'm talking
And
about.
it's a round that definitely looks scary.
He's just pissed.
At many moments,
He's
Imperial
pissed. He's
has
pissed.
this one
He's
steal
pissed. He's
shot for
losing.
JL.
He's losing it.
But the lurk getting caught off.
He's like,
the
where?
fact that they still go B, even though Navi rotates over for the time being. The double
makes me happy.
That's a good skin.
They had the right awareness to clear out all the coast positions, and they once again hit their shots.
Here we go.
It's Navi who have no money.
Navi, who have no money.
Lock in, bro. I swear. Come on, we can win this map. Fake friend. This is for the future of Counter-Strike. Shut up, buddy.
USP. Will find nothing. Dual easy weights and donut. This is one of those ones where we.
This is all I have. Shut up.
Imperial. If they are caught off by this, there's suddenly a sea of peaks coming out from elbow.
Jesus.
It's equal.
At least he got one, or she got one.
Bomb starting to activate now, realizing that there needs to be a bit of a rush here.
No way. CS is the front runner.
They're fine.
Nana wastes
In
no
becoming females joining Tier 1C.
What is he saying?
Dude, like
no
one thing I have to say, no? Am I crazy? Because if you look at how many
NCS and then I'm gonna take my butt plug out. I think I'll be able to.
fast because
There's too many commentators, man.
You're playing with a bunch of teammates, like say weird comments and stuff, and then you move on to another game. But the fact that we still have teams like this that can compete with the best, guys, I mean that. I mean that.
Wonderful.
If you say that's cringe, then just grow up, buddy.
Are these guys actually the best?
That's crazy.
They're pretty ass.
Like getting her second and third kills of the map.
That's another win.
Yeah, that'd be the only saved gun there for Navi goes down.
See, that's why I love bomb. I love the bomb, man. I always plant the bomb
Time to tie it up.
and hope my teammates actually fucking guard it with me. Because planting the bomb can like really just stress the other team out and make them do stupid shit.
He's so scared.
You just plant the bomb and wait.
Dude. Here we go.
Those are the best type of games where you plant the bomb and then it's like 1v1 and it's silent as fuck. You gotta take it real serious. Same thing with Valorant.
Burn, but rather something with a bit of pace.
It's an open fort. They got the A site entirely.
They got the WBW.
Run up here, but he's a little bit late.
Oh, what? What?
And the right adaptation, great call.
They also have an extra player, Zaz, coming out middle for a lurk, and maybe Alexi finds her in this spot. We'll see.
No, he's not across yet. Oh, she's gonna blindside one.
Whoa, 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 whoa! That's why I never use the AK. You see that shit?
In this spot, we'll see.
No, he's not
dead. Horse shit. That was the spray is insane, man. I guess I learned my lesson. Even watching pros play, you never spray the AK. You just got to go pop 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 pop. Unless you had the cHiLL, you could spray that. I think doesn't have that bad of a spray on the cHiLL. The AK, retarded. The spray is insane. I don't know if it's like that in real life, but that is crazy.
In this spot, we'll see.
That she almost unloaded an entire clip, and she's really good.
No, he's not.
She controlled the spray as much as she could too. It just didn't. It just could not. It could not.
There's that time to kill we talked about.
Nice shot from
Zaz. Who's on the recovery?
Yeah, see, you just gotta tap it. You just gotta tap it. You gotta tap that AK. Treat it like a fucking burst pistol.
And a flashbang to try to set up their offer to try to deny anything further. CTs have gone. Imperial come out with a tie-up call.
This was full buy against full buy.
She fucking burned to death.
Great call here for Imperial.
I saw that.
Even the fast ones on B that got shut down.
Tori just fucking burned to death.
This one's totally successful because it's a perfect read on the
Guys, I want to say one thing.
See, that's what happens when you stop playing team deathmatch. You start planting the bomb. The smarter people start winning.
Didn't see this one coming.
This is they're straight out aiming as well right now. If this doesn't mean that, guys, and we're talking because as well, everyone would have said, "Oh, this is going to be easy," if they would have played against like a top 20 team or something, right? That's how big the disrespect was. Let's keep it a buck, right? If they played against Fnatic or something.
Let's
But
keep it a
against
buck,
Grims,
guys.
People said, oh, this is gonna be so easy for them. Bro, they're playing against Na'Vi as well.
I love those skins with the little like ammo counter on the side.
Against Grims. People said,
I love that.
oh, this is gonna be so easy for them. Bro, they're playing against Na'Vi as well.
I need that. I feel like that actually helps with the gameplay because you don't have to look all the way to the corner. You can just look at your gun real quick. See how much ammo you got. Okay, I'll reload now. Because I reload after every single shot, man. I can't help it. It's instinct.
Important choke point as the full rush comes in, but he's too far committed into Donut.
Against a locked-in at bootcamp Na'Vi.
But
Shoot.
they're on a much
Shoot.
deeper angle. They realize they've won
Okay.
as soon as they get past that
What the
signpost.
hell?
And here we have
Shoot,
Imperial
give yourself
setting up
away.
a very
If this
similar
doesn't
play, this
manifest
time on a different
some
tempo,
mixed
but a
teams,
quiet map
some
overall.
of
Take your pants off.
Oh. Ideal. Yeah, they'll have to commit through this just single smoke this time in the same
Don't be
position.
nervous. Scheiße.
That's a good smoke.
Make that mistake, though. At least it is maybe just versus this
Scheiße.
5-7.
Bad timing.
And we start to see EMAT get that.
They're choking, man.
Back of sight.
They're choking, man. They're choking. They're choking. Look how coordinated.
Slow things down, but it's also the ball carrier.
Don't let them rotate for free.
Look at they got the perfect molly and smoke at the same time, bro.
Here's Zaz again on the lurk. Alexi gets taken down.
Oh, he activates a little too soon. Zaz finds better timing, but it's a smoke
6 HP
stink to
got
come
it.
back for 23 to deal with. And then this boost just
Woman
reminds
advantage.
Na'Vi that it's not always just
If she wins this duel,
What does that even mean?
corner. Does JL
God is a woman.
It's a double kill from Zaz on the mid play. And to 9 and 7 now.
Yeah,
I want to
he-
see his
this guy
reaction
scored
one
them
to
all the
one
way
because I know my boy.
B site.
What the fuck? She's in the middle. I swear on God, bro.
To take
Oh
this
my
attention
God.
back from them, and Na'Vi have to make a decision if they're just going to walk into this.
God, bro.
Ima going around through long as the bomb
JL, bro.
Dead.
This is
may
for the
get
greater
planted
cause.
in a
You know
second.
it
They
too.
spot him. He's got to
Okay,
reload.
I thought they were gonna peek him immediately.
I'm still looking for its cross. You've got 20 seconds to spare.
Okay, okay, okay.
There's
There's a chance. There's a chance.
They didn't prioritize the cross, but they kept the bomb in their hands. Or sorry, a smoke in their
Fake
hands.
friend, you wouldn't get it.
Comes back up ramp. 23 activates. That's the op that Ana had
Get
left
these
behind.
fucking emotes out the
And now we
goddamn
get this flank from Zaz, but she
middle
is
of the screen.
clipped.
2v1.
Looking
Ima
to
onto the
bumble
ace.
around with grenades. We get the bomb down. Imperial have out-rotated it again. Off of the back of
Again.
Zaz, that
Together.
mid-play. They have put themselves in a post plant. It is Ime on for an ace. He peeks deep, gets his quad, but tonight by Tori.
5 in a row.
It's
for
a lead.
Imperial female.
They got a lead, man. They got it.
Imperial female.
Don't you want a better gaming PC that's built with the right hardware at a fair price?
Don't you want another earring on top of your other 4 earrings?
Build Redux has that.
They got a lead without a pistol, Connor, in this half.
Chat.
We have seen some good calls and good rotates.
Na'Vi disband.
And this is a
The
flump
Normies.
smoke round. They just go for the second donut smoke. And then Zaz's lurks have been
What the
super
fuck?
effective. The last rounds, she messed the spray up
Stop
and couldn't
the
get the kill on
cone.
donut.
Bro.
But she still had the opportunity. I think that's the
Bro.
important
Those
part.
lurks.
So here she creates it again. This time lands the
They're
shot.
so
and
locked in.
this is what saves the
Jeez,
round.
look at her fucking keyboard. Is that how I have to play, man? Just like fucking sideways? Is that what I'm messing up on? Yo, my mouse is not. That's insane, bro. Nah, that's retarded. There's no way. There's no way. I don't have a big enough mouse pad. I might try. No, I'd fuck up. I'd just fuck up too much. It's sideways. It's like this, but they're playing like straight up. Look at that. It's like digging into her chest and shit. Theirs is whoever's playing there is normal.
So here she creates it again. This time lands the
They're
shot.
so
And
locked in.
this is
Yo.
what saves the round. She controls middle, takes JL out.
Like my hands are built like this. They're not built like that. I don't know how they. I don't know how.
Damn right they are.
What the hell? Dude, this Imperial female is better than Imperial.
Mid-play bit.
They paid 700k for Fallen. Chat, you have to realize the women's
No
scene
secret that the
took a
ladies-
big hit last year. Orcs were shutting down because there's no money in it, right? Like people aren't watching it and stuff.
Back at him.
But bro, you like this, look at this, look at this.
Substantial chip damage.
This is pretty fun.
23 kind of deciding whether or not.
I might watch this whole game. I didn't know how long this was gonna be. This is like an hour long. Jesus Christ.
Timing. Na'Vi are starting to get a little insecure about middle. And as they come back to it,
This is
they've now
crazy.
got a lot of targets to deal
23,
with. Let's see if they can handle it.
The worst second. And the worst. That's unlucky.
Just get tucked into the corner.
This is a great call. They know that there's multiple people trying to take this back.
What the hell? That fucking so hard.
Punish that one. JL
They just got really unlucky this game. Okay, there we go. There we go.
And this is where she does her best work. Multiple players of the year, and she goes, maybe, no repeat just yet. Delay. Almost.
She should have peeked the other side.
She comes up short by one.
Oh my god.
The hot swap to the sidearm with the Tech 9 kill came out so fast.
I want to get another drink. I want to get another drink, but I'm too into this. This is a very close, good game.
It is a moment where they do have a little extra time to do that.
Navi gonna laugh that one off, but it comes down to the wire.
Yeah, that's
Reinvestment in for Imperial. We're all tied up again at 5.
Yeah, that's the tied up, but
5-5.
Imperial's money is teetering.
No, come on, don't stop.
Eat refuel with pot noodle.
Teetering.
No, come on.
That's actually making me hungry for some noodles right now. I might go get. I might some.
Don't stop. No.
Chicken and mushroom. Oh god.
Momentum.
Chicken's alright.
I
I hate mushrooms.
Come on.
But that is a lot of the
Last time I took any type of mushrooms, I had a bad time. Oh no! How did you not see that? Oh, I'm fine.
Next round is eco. We go next.
That's a really cool skin. I like that. It's really simple, but I like it.
GG. And it feels like when these
Me GG. It's tied right now.
That's going to be one of the things that I think is taken away from what they're used to. Success in the opening bouts of rounds that gives Ana more chances for these sorts of clutches. A 1v4 seems impossible, but putting that up on display halfway through the clutch with so much time to play out what's left.
Watch out.
Head-to-head we've all been waiting
Watch
for.
out.
Versus Wonderful. Wonderful's got the better angle.
Nicely done for Wonderful.
It just doesn't even matter. If you have the better angle and you're fucking, then you're good to go.
Rounds.
Posts and waits it out.
This one gets expensive.
That's why I hate
They
games
try
like
to go
this.
for the fast mid control, and yeah, with the plays being so aggressive.
Like it's skill sometimes, but it's like almost 50-50 luck when in positioning.
So much comes down to the first kill because that just swings momentum so heavily into your favor when you're taking, a spotlight middle. 1 kill becomes 2.
That was unlucky.
But in this spot, Navi have full control of the situation, and they didn't have all the money in the world either.
Bitch, you won the round. He won the round. He's still like.
Force downs. We're into round 12. A bunch of Tech 9s here for Imperial.
Oh, that was good.
Here we go. Imagine they lose to pistols.
Gonna try to keep it fast up the
Last
ramp.
round,
They
chat.
found
This
success
is
here
all in.
previously, but Cat dying that fast doesn't bode well. We're gonna get the bomb to try to
Oh, no.
Wonderful, not even tested. Flashbang will find him, so that opens the door for the bomb to push towards site. No donut control either here for Navi. Zaz finds timing on Emet in mid. A good flashbang, and the bomb is now dropped on site because Ana left to join up with Zaz. Things getting a little weird here at a minute 15.
Come on.
Draw this one out, but Wonderful
Wonderful
waiting
is
for the
locked in
window
right now.
timing.
Chat jail, bought a Zeus.
Players to keep everything on wraps.
One too many variables go south. Navi recover from that 5-round streak. A 7-5 half at the end.
7-5. Not bad. Not bad. Navi can pull off the upset. Oh my god. Chat, I swear they're in the head though, no? You saw so much.
And pull off the upset.
Same.
People are gonna hold them accountable to this
Believe
game
it or
forever.
not.
Like the
Protect
CS.
that $60,000 bounty. We'll see what their T side starts. There was some nice slow
I want this to
calls
happen.
from Tori throughout that half.
Win the pistol, please.
And now Zaz, fire at her feet for a moment, goes swinging, and it's good cover from the Navi
Nice,
players
23.
that can see. 23 from the corner of Cave.
Come on. Very hard
Puts
retake.
Wonderful on his ass.
We have a kit on Cat.
And as that smoke will soon fade, we'll see whether Navi want to try to take fights off-site. They'll try to jump through the BM. Cat comes in with the headshot already to the back of the head. JL in a bit of a pinch to try and save him, and Bits at the pistol.
We would know where both are.
Cat will recover. She's got the kit. She's on the right side of the pillar, but she's not fully tucked in, so she had to come back into the fight. Now she is going to get back on this. JL's looking for the swing, and
That was really good. That was a really good idea. That was really good. That was really good. They know that mind games. They know the mind games. Mind games are second nature.
Everyone will be mommy for this.
spawn because the bomb's not planted for him.
What a shot!
What the fuck was that? Shit. That was the luckiest. Oh, no, that was pure reaction time, man. That's skill. That's.
There's another player in your mind, goes. Everyone will be mommy for this.
Around through spawn because the bomb's not planted for him.
Sorry, who was closer of the year?
They pulled off the retake. Yeah, we don't need Navi calm.
Keep it up.
Ew, what is wrong with her mic?
Calm down, guys.
Why does everybody's mic in CSGO suck?
My God, I can't believe it.
Every round we've seen, like, why not? Honestly.
Lock the fucking chat.
Tori down to the base of mid.
This is a force buy. I thought they could win with force buy.
Fighting.
5-3. Woman
It's a
advantage.
force buy as well here for Navi.
Guys. What? Nines! Smooya's ex-girlfriend playing higher level than him.
Not afraid to take mid control here versus Navi, even on this eco, and Navi thought they'd get some respect.
Lock in.
Had Emma
Open
elbow.
case. Oh Someone wants him to open a case right now in chat.
And Imperial have so many good positions, they don't even sit there still watching.
Open case right now. Right now. Open a case right now.
Got 2 eyes on it, which means they have full.
What if one of them
control
just
A side
opens
as
a
well.
case?
We're out of grenades here for the CT side.
GG.
But honestly, Navi don't have a smoke for themselves.
Opens a case, gets a clutch.
That's the golden call, Alexi.
The game was pay to win the entire time.
Bomb.
Lexi, someone who's been at this job for so long versus Tori, who, you know, took the reins over from Vilga. The replacement of Vilga was, you know, a real head turner in the women's scene, just because
how much they won.
Zaz came back in her spot, but also the leadership reins were passed to Tori. Zaz's aggressiveness as the entry of the team has kind of had to been leaned on at times.
Zaz.
And
Zaz.
Oh no! What the fuck?
Up in Navi's faces.
Come on.
Good recovery so far, though, with Vit and Alexi each catching a kill. This is 20 seconds, which is just enough to still put down bomb and try to rob this round back. They had no business winning.
What the fuck?
No extra money found, and
this
a
was a
pistol
force fight, no
swap
money
to
on Navi.
truly close as Imperial female tie for the second time this map.
That's right. Excellent spray, solid control. The setup looked good from beginning.
That was pretty
to end.
goddamn close.
They played with their advantages. They didn't get caught off guard by flashbangs.
And now they realize all eyes on them.
Navi's feet to the fire.
All eyes on me.
You were laughing it off.
All eyes on me.
The pot is boiling.
I think they beat M80.
What does that even mean? I don't know what that means.
Best chance
right
here to take another lead.
Seed number 2 and team of the year.
Lock in.
All eyes on me.
They're Steagles.
Chat,
I'm feeling a crazy chat around with Steagle.
Oh,
careful.
Not on the eco.
Yeah,
we have 2 defenders here.
Alexi catching
nice.
Lock in.
Fuck.
By
JL Steagle. Ooh, this round would leave a sting. The bomb's able to get behind Pillar. We're calling for rotations here from Imperial.
And I got the M4.
Tori
all eyes on. All eyes.
No kits. It's a long road for Ema. But it's an M4 now in the hands of JL. This could be a bit of a disaster.
Looks like it's going to get greedy.
Game back up. It's Navi to rebound in a round they had no business to win.
Timing
the timing on the peak here is great. Wonderful's got the cover.
Nice 23, 1v4.
Two kills. She gets denied, and Navi send him a message. Tech 9s from Cave to swarm that site.
Nice shots from Wonderful.
Stay ready.
Yeah, that was the chance. That was the best chance. Definitely
take that lead back. This round right now.
They lose, I think. Here we don't even have armor for Navi. Like, I think they do a half investment, but I'm not sure if anyone has a half armor even. But you can see how important like one lurk kill is, especially when you're that close to the doorway.
Major grand
Ready
final.
to exec out of cave and the split coming in. So it'll have to be the hard route.
Female taking time out.
Good moment to take a pause, especially after this is the first time you sort of get rattled in this game. Like, it's actually been Navi who have been losing rounds. They probably have an
timeout. I'm gonna go fucking get a drink.
Misses smoke on an exec. They still won that round. They've been actually really composed.
Of the year. Team of the year.
Say right time for the pause. I mean, we are talking about Imperial female coached by Bubble. Bulgarian legend. Been around for so many years.
I think he had like, was it
Kerrigan, Imperial female is actually insane. Look good individually and tactically. So interesting to see.
I can remember.
Yeah. He knows ball. That's
Which is why when we hear that, you know, that listen in where they're celebrating, he is.
I'm so happy for the woman in CS, bro.
Calm down.
This is a big day.
full focus. So off the back of that round, they come in with the pause.
The fact that the big voices as well, because in CS we have a lot of cringe lords which are like full misogynists, you know what I mean?
Pistols for the majority of
people like Kerrigan, if they like post shit like that, that's
stand to the test of the ramp push.
Very good.
2 counter-terrorists trying to take that challenge, and 23 turns back with a 5-7 to be met by Bid. She gets dropped in the A site, which opens the door for the Na'Vi 9-7 lead.
Yeah, they keep it maximum pressure this entire time, and they press their advantage this time with the better gun, so it's a chance there. Obviously, there is a very small gap between the molly and the smoke that allowed Emma to get out, and you know he's always going to try to get out mid.
Ah, wait, no money. Okay, so probably 10-7.
23 with one hell of a map so far. 16 frags.
Doable. Imagine we win the eagle.
By JL.
This is full USPs though.
They really early on served up the issue for Imperial. Those first few rounds was just JL in these bomb sites. 3K, 4K.
He wants him to do so well. Why is he trying so hard?
Right? That's what I thought.
Two-faced JL.
Contractual obligations. Shake my head.
He can't say that.
He's gonna walk up, peel 23 off the play. And there's more where that one came from, but Zaz is gonna give him the drive-by treatment. USP bullet to the brain.
Well, where's Cat from?
He's still tiptoeing closer to the B site, and the AK trade not possible. Wonderful denies Zaz, and Alexi finds the back of Ana. So
here we go.
Is Na'Vi extending
Here
this
comes
lead
the
as you'd
fullback. We need
expect
an
versus
RVP.
USPs.
An RVP city side.
Good to see everyone playing together for this game as well. And these players have so much LAN experience playing together as well in situations like this. It's not as if they're coming together to play their first match in person. And that experience counts.
Yes. Here we go. Lock in. We need to win this.
uTiL though. Playing Na'Vi with low uTiL, never easy.
Refract.
Map, yeah. Set up by those flashbangs.
They did try to adapt to it.
Yes. Shadow advantage. Sloppy toppy from Alexi.
As the cover dies first. Ana
misses her shot. Down to 15 health, in for the repeat. Saw 2, knows one would have crossed, and isn't given an additional follow-up. Wonderful, in with his kill. Trying to adapt and being able to pull that off. 2 completely different things. The lineup nearly happens there for Cat, but she's denied. And this T side from Alexi B now just starting to churn through the defense.
Yeah, no more saving strats for Austin. They've got to show them now. This one is definitely costed him. I mean, obviously,
I'm making some noodles.
The right target selection.
You got me in the mood for
take
noodles.
Down the first player, goes for the jump up as he was used to doing in these previous rounds. He could
What's
get
happening?
countered, but
Damn, they're losing.
So
What the fuck?
out of this one play.
They have not won a single round.
Now, no?
And out to mid again he goes.
Don't be nervous, guys.
Knows he's got the edge and will continue to just sharpen that AK alongside Wonderful. Both of them just...
We have no passive starts out of Imperial, and I really love that. Just
come on.
It's obviously just more fun to watch, but the fact that they have the follow through, they're really willing to commit.
Well, that's one of the things that
All eyes
five in a
on
row
me.
needed for OT.
It's one of the things that Lucy really wanted to highlight in the pregame for this is that, you know, this is typically a very aggressive team. They themselves don't often show respect to their opponents because they know they're that much better.
Yeah.
And this is obviously a head-to-head where that's not the case. And it'd be one thing to completely shy away from it. I believe Voob had that conversation going on the desk. Where it's like you're going to have to change your identity on the fly if it doesn't work.
But you see everyone
when
playing.
it shouldn't work.
But you see everyone playing their roles as they normally do.
Yes.
Just like not things aren't falling out of prep.
Cat. Nice try.
I'll be starting to remind us why they're boss.
Come on, win the next.
I mean, considering the interview from Tori before where she's like, you know, we want to be realistic about how many rounds we can get.
Right.
There was a point in this game where it's like, in terms of quality of rounds, they could have it could potentially close the actual map if they sort of.
Bro, if they
maybe just had
didn't
a
lose
little
those
bit more
3
depth, maybe they
1v1s or
just
2
won those
1v1s, bro,
one
I
or two
swear,
extra
bro.
very,
Yeah, it's just
close to
luck,
winning.
man. Luck and
It
positioning.
seems clear that they should have been believing in more than just, let's see if we can win a few rounds.
Here we go.
Is that my mic like this?
Even the retake on the
Is this
pistol,
better? What's up, guys?
I think that's also benefiting them. Going in, not expecting something, and then you are playing like no pressure, you know? Here we go. Lock in. What's the second
Navi
map
had to
again?
bust out the
Mirage?
new
or-
It's
for
possible.
this match.
This match is not done yet. I'm just gonna watch one round. I'm not gonna watch two. Jesus Christ. But I am gonna watch whatever this is.
Mirage, very strong map for.
Trying again with incendiaries down on elbow, but it's a good redirection.
This is a really good game, though.
One who can run
Very
to A at a
aim-focused
spawn,
map.
so he's gonna throw it out in possibly the last round, well ahead of it. Tori
Come
hangs
on,
on.
lock in.
It's a good opening kill, but she's not able to stop the temple take from JL. He actually doubles back, and that has opened a door for Cat to get the sight box.
Yeah,
Believe in the
Smoke
comeback,
comes in
chat.
a little late. Zaz here to make
I
sure
believe in
there's
the
no
come
forces
on my
out.
back.
Bomb is rotating back around to B, and all the
Ah, we have
while
so much
JL
money, though.
just
16K
pretending to
on
establish
wonderful.
control on the site, but he's still in jeopardy of dying. Cat will take him out.
Nice headshot.
And with that, they get a clear on the site. They know now that they can walk over. Zaz is already suspicious. Watching for the jump up. She's going to miss the
little
timing
slow.
on the bomb.
She misses the timing on the bomb and the second player with it. So Navi go into the sprint
Here we
knowing
go,
that they
retake
had the
deluxe.
right timing. We get 23
Guys,
actually
no
wrapping
kids?
around through T-spawn. We'll see if that can come back to help
Oh
in any
no, no
meaningful way,
kids.
as Wonderful's going to be delayed outside those doors.
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Imez smoke, however, that's going to block off the majority of the
Come on, it has to
Imperial
be
squad.
fast, guys.
She's
No
walking
kids.
at the right time as well, so it
Oh,
looks
bomb
like
halfway down. No, 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 no.
Tori's in the cave.
Made noise.
No, no, no,
Woo!
no, no, no,
Steps.
no, no.
Wonderful's able to turn, deal with that. They get
No,
the
no,
jump
no,
in
no,
through
no,
the
no.
smoke. It's a bit of desperation. It's a sidearm out for
Ooh,
Cat.
get on.
She's able to get
Give
the
it to,
ult
give it to,
back
give it
in.
to, no
We go
time, no time, no
2v2,
time, no time.
but the site players hold strong,
Ah,
and
that's
Navi
right.
end this now. 13-7, a 5-round streak, the best that Imperial female pull up on their map pick, and then we go Navi's next. But for a moment, there was hope. It's
Here
gonna
we
get
go.
aim heavy, and I think towards the end of that first map, we
That was
started
close
to
as
see
fuck.
the time to kill difference that Maui Snake had highlighted at the start of the series.
I think it was sort of. I think we just see like, we saw like IM
in.
do his like, you know, pocket play of sneaking out elbow every round.
Please win the
shooting people
pistol.
in the back.
We haven't won a
Some
single
of the
pistol,
kills
but
were
the
good,
first one
but
was
I
down to a
think,
1v1,
honestly,
right? Correct me
Imperial,
if I'm wrong.
they pretty much surprised everyone with how
Please win
often
this.
they could keep up. So I think
Pistols are
that,
very hard, though,
aim
because
differences will be
it's not really
heightened
about
more so
outsmarting,
than
it's not
ever
really
now in
about
Mirage, and as
utility.
pointed
You don't
out,
have the money for that.
this
It's
is
about
like
aim.
I'm bleeding.
the core
Right?
map for
If
Navi.
you have
If
5
there was
people
one
like
that they would
Navi-
play for the rest of the time, it would be Mirage for sure.
Of course, the pistol is
Biggest
gonna be
streak,
hard.
I think the strongest streak of the year was probably them on this map.
One AFK.
And now it'll have
What?
to be another CT retake pistol. This one a little bit harder with the time down as far as it is.
Come on.
All right, I'm making food,
We have a kit on
Gets
Cat.
off site.
so I might.
Here we go.
Connector's actually
I'm gonna see this, but I want to watch something else. Oh yeah, this is what I'm gonna watch while I eat. Okay, this seems like a good game right here. A good round.
for Navi seems to be a clue.
Yeah, maybe a little stale here for Imperial, but
Stale stock 61.
Zaz occupied with the window smoke.
I do appreciate this. It's just an early rotation.
that's a cool knife.
Knife is named Forever
let's see,
Lonely.
Maybe they come back. It's Navi. They could come in 20 seconds and go for this, but now Ana, let's see if she gets the window in time. It gets smoked.
Cat goes for the Cat duel.
4v5.
Loses. Alexi comes out with 21 HP. Ana waiting for that peak that JL was able to topple her with last time. Doesn't happen. No need for it, really. Oh, but Bit decides to go right into the off
The camera cuts as soon as something good's about to happen.
Hold on Catwalk is going to cement this one here
They're
for Navi.
abusing bomb site B.
Imperial starting to figure out what was
We
going
need a
on, but a
solution.
little too late to the party. And even once they arrive, the shooting so straight from Navi in this round. Kills across the board. We'll see if they can even get away with guns. Zaz trying to hang on to her M4 for dear life.
Oh my god.
She gets two.
Do you see how they're winning these
swaps.
duels?
Will the ops
They're
try to
sometimes a
come
little
and
bit running
swing
and gunning.
into her?
And Navi is used to people.
She's going to be under pressure from
stand
both
still while
sides here. These are
shooting.
valuable saves as 23 only has this MP9. She could upgrade if she finishes off Alexi.
Oh, clean.
Zaz has got herself a third frag. 23 hears that cat run. She
But it
can go for
works.
Alexi's weapon.
Not bad
Can
at
she
all.
nab it? Oh, We'll find out.
Not sure.
We'll find out. Okay, this is this game. Is this game?
Players in the round previous, and obviously this time Bit just wastes no time with the headshot.
They celebrate after that.
We yapped at the after show party.
Whoa, she's able to jump back in behind triple. Frag grenade with her
Get
name
these
on
fucking
it.
emotes out of the goddamn middle of the screen.
23.
I was just cracking jokes.
Do they write off the possibility
If
of
you too many.
5-7 comes out. Tori caught one. 4 looking likely. That's 3 straight for Imperial. They have man advantage. We get Wonderful to fall back into the
Man
round. And this
advantage.
could be just a moment for Navi to catch the
What?
rise.
Yeah, guns are in an awkward spot. They would love to be able to grab them here if you're Imperial, but Navi know that.
What is
too.
this?
Okay,
Is
we
this
move out,
actually
we
like?
move
Are
out
they
in
fucking around or is this a real thing?
time in classic Navi fashion, but they are definitely a little bit worried. Wouldn't say there's a distinct advantage here for Imperial.
Woman
as they
advantage.
hold some of these.
Oh, I think is man advantage like just like they have more people. Okay, yeah. Woman advantage. Okay, I get it.
Angle sort of playing 1-for-1. They could get hunted
They have more
down
man
the
on their
spot,
team.
but with the bomb
Woman
staying
advantage.
on A ramp for this much time, you have to wonder if it's ST Wonderful running around to B or if Bit's gonna walk underpass.
Come on.
And it looks like Wonderful is starting to peel back now.
Right above her. Right above him.
I mean, honestly, with the positions the CTs are in, it's actually pretty good to catch a lurk and a play, but with how complicated Navi have made this, how would you read that Bit has taken
Where's
this
the
much
bomb
time
at?
to
What is going on?
Let's see how it plays out. He misses.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, but there's still
Bing bong.
two players on A, one top
Ah!
through the smoke.
Oh, he hit her. Oh, God. He finds her in the smoke. Deagle shot.
Oh, okay, okay. 1v1.
Planted. Wonderful up on
There's the
Jungle.
fucking
Huge
bomb.
advantage here for Wonderful. What the fuck?
With the rare
Those were 2 Nico level headshots on the Deagle, and I'm not even glazing.
Down.
Hit the second.
Yeah, even the spectators like good job.
Both headshots.
Good shit, good shit. That was sexy. That was hot.
Resonates.
Insane 1v back to back.
That was nice.
Okay, but there's still two players on A.
I can't believe that. What was this?
Coming through the smoke.
It's like was someone in front of me here.
He finds her in the smoke. Deagle
Bop.
shot connects.
Oh my god, what a shot. That was a headshot too.
Planted.
That's why I love the Deagle. That's why I love the Deagle.
What the fuck?
It's just the best. Just the best, man.
Those were 2 Nico level headshots on the Deagle, and I'm not even glazing.
That's why I love the Deagle. That's why I love the Deagle. Alright, now I want to see the rest of this game. I just want to see who wins. Probably not them, because the other team is a little bit better, but that was clean. Oh, it's actually pretty close again, man. That's how you can tell this game is just pure luck.
Round 2 from after exposing to the second.
There was any that's they can.
Who wins? Ew, why'd he stare at me like that?
See through the bullshit.
All in good fun.
Ollie, good fun. Oh? Oh? The AK is fucking retarded. You just have to shoot with it for like years to know the spray.
Must win round. Bail down.
Bit's able to recover though, but are all of those
Right.
from the 5-7 to the goal?
How'd they go down around?
Yeah, and to win the
Yeah, it
pistol.
looks like
What?
Tears through Zaz, cover towards the
I'm so confused. Is this a new game? What? How did they go down around? What?
Level right here. It's all automated. Looks like such a cool bootcamp.
It was like 7-7, right? Or something. Oh, they took like a...
Time's wiggling a little bit, running.
I guess they took a break. This is a new game. Okay.
Those sorts of rounds starting to slip through their hands. Navi swarm, and they win.
Yeah. Wow, that was close. That was great. Awesome.
Need another Elder Scrolls game, and for the love.
Yeah, just start right in the middle of the fucking video, right where I fucking left off. That chainmail looks crazy. All right, let me go get my food. And then we'll eat, and then I'll try to eat. My stomach is fucking killing me. I'm gonna try to eat a little bit, and then play some Valorant. and then I'll kill myself. Unless this guy convinces me to play some Oblivion right now. I'm not really in the mood right now, but there is a lot of quests and stuff that I gotta do, and I want to do. And there's a whole, like, apparently the castle, the Battlehorn Castle, in the little dungeon that I was exploring, that place is huge. I can't believe they just give it to you for free. It's huge. Probably because nobody else wants to fucking take care of it. It's like thousands and thousands of gold in order to fucking level up anything. Or to get anything in that castle. But I might deck it out. I might cheat to get some gold, but I might deck it out. And but there's apparently, like, in the very, very bottom, behind like 2 or 3 secret passages, there's like a hidden little sword that I might go down there and get real quick. I might play 1 game of Valorant and then play some Skyrim. Oblivion! Fuck! I'll be right back. Okay. Let's go.
Alright, Bethesda, it's been 15 years. We need another Elder Scrolls game, and for the love of God, it cannot be another remake of Skyrim.
And close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Okay, fine. I'm not gonna lie, I was really worried there for a while.
It's not
There was gonna be
Skyrim.
a tremendous lack of games coming out this year. I feel like there's been nothing to talk about month after month, and then all of a sudden, there's everything to talk about. Expedition 33, Arc Raiders, Marathon, Doom the Dark Ages just came out, Elden Ring Night Rain is coming out.
That's
and then
alright.
there's all the crazy gaming news. GTA 6 was of course delayed, but had an awesome second trailer. Then Nintendo Switch 2 was revealed. We're finally getting another Mario Kart that isn't a deluxe edition. Donkey Kong's finally getting his own game. And at the same time, Nintendo wants to be the first people to charge $90 per game. The system with the least next-gen capabilities, charging the most next-gen prices.
It's nuts. That's fucking nuts.
Classic Nintendo, you family-friendly Then there's what
I'm
we're
never
talking
gonna buy a Nintendo Switch just because of that.
about today, which is the shadow drop of Oblivion's remaster. And thank God this isn't another
It came out of
special
nowhere.
edition Skyrim re-release. They actually remastered the hell, pun intended, out of Oblivion. And it's actually really,
But to me, I gotta play the original. Like, look at how much better the original looks, man. This looks more colorful, more like fantasy.
Hell, pun intended, out of Oblivion.
But this one does look better.
and it's actually really good. It's not perfect, but it's really good. Now, Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls game I ever got to experience.
Okay, here's all the Elder Scrolls game. Elder Scrolls Arena, and then Morrowind, and then or was it Arena, Daggerfall, then Morrowind? Yeah, Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, and then Skyrim.
Experience. And growing up, it actually took a while for me to even start being able to play it. First off, I didn't really know what it was. Whenever I would see it in Target behind the impenetrable glass, I just saw a tan box with a cryptic symbol on the front of it. Little did I know, one of the biggest gaming adventures I would have was waiting on the disc in front of me. But it had a nasty M rating at the bottom left corner that was forbidden to play in the sacred household. But sometime around 2008, when I was like 12 or 13, my parents' awareness for game ratings started to
For me, my fucking that game was Skyrim. I convinced my mom, even though it was rated M, I told her I'm the best salesman when I was a kid. Either that or I just tortured her so much. That's why we got a parrot. I got a pet ferret, 2 ferrets, and I didn't have them all at the same time. But I had ferrets, and then a snake, and then a parrot. I've had all these pets just because I've been able to convince her so much, and I'm an only child. So it's like really easy for me to.
One time my dad saw a commercial for Halo, and in front.
But Skyrim was something I was selling like crazy, and I think I made her get me fucking GTA 5 too. I know what I'm doing. When I was a kid, I know how to get what I want.
Of me and my brothers, he said it looked cool, so we took that as a sign that we could start slowly smuggling in M games into the house that were honestly borderline T for teen to begin with. Games like Grand Theft Auto were still way too hot to take in, but war games like Call of Duty, Halo, and at some point Elder Scrolls.
Which is so weird. Like shooting people in a Call of Duty is okay, but shooting people in
for Oblivion made it into my Xbox.
Ew, look at that.
60. What was Oblivion even rated M for anyways? Alcohol and too much skooma use? Racism between cat and lizard people?
Yeah.
Why do Khajiit lick their butts?
I spent hundreds of hours in Oblivion, and if I'm being honest, I actually don't think I ever even completed the main quest when I was playing. I was too busy being an ADD kid, joining every guild, and running around Cyrodiil half naked as an orc with a goblin shaman staff shooting bandits with lightning. And with this remaster, there were so many standout moments that I was ready to experience again.
What does the goblin staff look like?
And with this remaster, there were so many standout moments that I was ready to experience again, like escaping from prison that opens up to a gigantic open world, defending the Siege of Kvatch, entering your first Oblivion gate, fighting bandits.
Still haven't done any of that.
Dark Brotherhood, fighting in the arena, ranking through all the guilds.
The arena?
Content that you can plunge into this game is seemingly endless. Not only that, but it's dripping from head to tippy toe in fantastical charm. The castles, the creatures, the campy characters, the zany quest lines, the mini games, all the different villages, the 4 voice actors.
Yes?
I love how different each city is and how it relates to its geological location. I feel like any Austin could have a friggin' field day making a video out of that and like all the rivers and what they connect to.
I love this guy's
video.
videos.
Such a strong identity, but more importantly, in an open world game like this, it gave you the freedom to experience it however you wanted to. I'm actually really surprised how infrequent it is that we get a game like Oblivion. I get AAA studios not making them. They don't really make games for gamers anymore. They make games. Well, I was gonna make a joke that they make games for like microtransactions sake, like money, greed. But I don't know. I just don't know who they're making games for. It's crazy that like Oblivion was made.
Yeah, nobody knows
years
anymore.
ago with around 50 people. I feel like with how accessible creating games is getting nowadays, we would see more Elder Scrolls, Oblivion,
They've lost their
Skyrim-like
minds.
games popping up left and right with their own worlds and quests and stories to tell. But the only example of an indie team doing this I can really think of is like Tainted Grail, and that just came out. And shameless plug, that is what me and Nick are trying to teach you to do over on Playable Workshop, is to make your own dream game from scratch. Is it trying to focus on my brother's really good drawing of freaking Bronn from Game of Thrones? Alright, we fixed the focus. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was leading into a sponsor. The way me and Nick plan out our videos and future games that we're going to make is by using the sponsor of today's video, Milanote. Milanote's a tool for organizing all your creative project together that we start a little too much insider info on what we plan on making together, so that's going to stay under wraps, but more on that later. You can see this other board that I made for myself that's kind of a solo project I want to work on. It's basically like a medieval roguelike Risk of Rain 2 game, so I plotted it out here on Milanote, just covering the generals, the gameplay loop, getting a bunch of references together for the artwork of the game. And Milanote's really great for any creative project you want to work on. Like Nick uses it to plan out our Playable Workshop videos because he's like the headmaster over there. And if you're not sure where to begin, Milanote offers over 100 built-in templates for you to get started on any type of creative.
All right.
I feel like I'm not going to be alone when I say this, but I feel like this remaster couldn't have come at a better time. Was anybody else like kind of scratching to play like Skyrim again, or really any Elder Scrolls game again? To re-experience Oblivion in this next-gen style was the perfect antidote I was looking for. And what I've felt playing this remaster,
but it looks like so much fun I had to get it.
A new Elder Scrolls game. And I don't mean that in an over-complimentary way. If this this was actually
And I've never played Oblivion before, so this is a new Skyrim game to me.
I would be remarkably underwhelmed after a 15-year wait. This is obviously still Oblivion, and it has that Oblivion
Oh
DNA,
shit, my
but it's
bad.
such a
I did not
dramatic
check chat.
improvement in
Oh
so
my
many
god.
ways, like visually, and like in so many other ways. I actually ended up buying the old original
long have you
Oblivion
been in chat?
on
My
Steam
bad.
and playing that
I've been
after
gone.
I
I did
played
not.
the remaster.
My
Mainly
chat's
to
not
compare the
connecting.
differences, and they are stark, but also to help
I
discern
usually
the
read
hardest
this and
part
not
of writing
this. That's my
video,
bad.
Which is what part of this is nostalgia and what
Shit.
part of this is actually
My
a
bad.
good game.
Stranger.
Thank
I think
the
someone
Nine,
followed
the
me,
team
too. I didn't even hear
remastered
that.
This game, Virtuous, they clearly had
My
respect
bad.
for Oblivion.
I've
and
been-
didn't change too
I've been
much
way
of its
too into
core.
it.
They just captured that flavor of what you
Fuck.
once tasted.
I'm sorry.
Which was Ninroot. And we can just get into it, like starting with customizing your character, which is still an experience. You can still make horrifying creatures, or this time just be an orc. I love what the new orcs look like, but it's hard to make them not look like a demonic shriveled olive. They still have those classic weird Oblivion hairstyles, but they actually look like hair now and not like shiny yogurt on top of your head. They actually added beards instead of like beard bruises that are all over your face. And I think this is the closest I've ever gotten to actually making a game character look exactly like me. It was weird in game how much I caught angles of my character. Like I have that same beak and flat forehead.
No, that's it.
Dude, that is my face.
An immediate standout once you start playing the game is how good the faces look now compared to what they used to look like. Your prison break is kind of like a tutorial in the beginning of the game, and it was so
my
funny
bad.
to hear all those iconic sounds.
Shit, I can't believe I did not check fucking chat. Can't believe I didn't fucking check chat this whole time. Fuck! And my phone's dead. Shit. My bad. I'm sorry. Fuck, man.
And run into those creatures again, like all the rats.
I
and
did
the
not do that on
random
purpose.
zombie
I did
down
not
the
check
hallway,
it.
Hearing the fire.
Because chat is like, I usually read this one, and it takes 20 minutes to connect to chat for some. It's not connecting to chat this time for some reason. I don't know why. And then this is like this sometimes, so I could barely see. It's every time I start up OBS, I have to move this down every single time. So it's like, and then it resets my messages sometimes like that, like it just did. My bad. Fucking bitch. But you need to... Oh, you're on your old account. My bad. Okay, chat is working.
Fireball and the restoration sound, they're almost exactly the same. And then come the goblins, where there's a trap that's actually set up for you to use on them instead of the other way around the rest of the game. Once you get out of the sewers is really when the game starts. And this is where the remaster truly did blow me away. When I got to experience the open world, it really was a beautiful thing. But it doesn't come without a price of some of that flavor. The game is less dreamy. There's not that flashbang bloom all over the place now. And the game world's color palette is much more natural and neutral, which
Yeah,
looks
I don't
more
like
a
that.
typical Unreal realistic game now, which does look more real but less unreal the way Oblivion used to really look. Do I
Yeah.
prefer the older look compared to the new look? Fucking no. Are we seeing the same game? This looks amazing. But I've seen some people prefer the old way. Something that I've already thankfully seen is mods for the remaster to get the tone back that was originally in Oblivion. It's much more like weirdly blue and green and more saturated, which kind of adds to that magical whimsy feeling of the game that the original had. One of my personal favorite changes that they made to the game is all the new animations. The combat animations, the running animations, you're no longer moonwalking across the floor in third person, you're actually like stepping on the ground. Don't worry, you can still level up your agility by jumping up a cliff, but it doesn't look like you're like transforming into Emperor Palpatine and floating above it. It was crazy once I went back to the original to play the game in third person's like borderline impossible, especially if you want to use a bow and arrow. The camera is directly centered on your character, so you can't see what's in front of you, and at least on mouse and keyboard, the camera lags behind your movements, so you can say goodbye to aiming your bow effectively. Whereas now in the remaster, I spent most of my archery time in third person with the over-the-shoulder camera, pulling off a bunch of cinematic shots. There's a huge category that I'm basically gonna skip over because I don't have any qualms with it. I have no complaints with the changes that they made to the armor, weapons, monsters, creatures, pretty much anything design-wise there. They didn't stray that much away from what the originals looked like. In my opinion, they pretty much only improved. And I'm a sucker for all the little clothing physics that they put onto the armor, even starting with their prison garb and having a little rope dangle. I love a dangle, and I love any sort of flappage, which there is plenty of on your armor. Such a fun thing to come back to, where all the little mini games that Oblivion has, mainly lockpicking and persuasion. I still think the lockpicking system in Oblivion is like the best lockpicking system in any game. I love it.
No. Skyrim is way better. That's awful.
Failed it a million times, and you know me, I'm a talker, so I loved the persuasion game again, which is hilarious if you think how it works. You get someone to like you by being obligated to say bad things that they don't like, then good things that they do like, and the second they react, you cut them off for the next part of the conversation.
Blah, blah, blah. Thank you.
It is kind of like real life, though. You gotta poke them in order to, you know.
Most important parts of Oblivion that they improved on was the combat. The combat actually has juice now. I'm not saying it's more intricate or even deep, it just feels better. When I think about the combat in the original Oblivion, I think of the no reaction, non-stop swinging my rubber sword on an enemy until they collapse into a ragdoll in front of me. The only real sign of contact is like sound. These new animations actually make it feel like you're doing damage to your opponent. And the weapons actually look metal now, not like my toy Sting growing up. Coming back to the original only confirmed how bad I remember the weapons looking. And it's not just the melee that feels better. The bow and archery feels 1,000 times better. I swear the speed at which you shoot an arrow is faster. They have much better sounds. It felt so good that I actually made my character a thief, whereas in an Elder Scrolls game, I usually go like a heavy warrior type. Something that also convinced me to go ranged is that view distance being much higher. I can actually try to make some skill shots now, shooting something in the distance. I'm just so glad that there's so much that they didn't change. Like not changing those quest lines. Like it is so cool to experience the Dark Brotherhood again and get Lucian to wake you up in the middle of the night and experience how campy his dialogue is.
The manner of execution, your signature. Rufio's blood,
So, how does this Migako Japanese Academy course actually work? It starts from zero with the fundamentals course. In it, you will learn
You still hear that classic lines of dialogue like die, cur, stop, thief, by the 9. Fenian wants sweet roll. Oh shit.
Hell? I think they're right behind me.
In today's world, I multitask a lot. I play a lot of games with podcasts and stuff on the side, and there was a lot of juicy slop podcasting going on when I was making this video. Like H3 and iDubbbz going head to head over content cops. I had to pause this stuff because I was busy getting into the Thieves Guild. Got it. And I love how Oblivion really does respect the player, and I think I miss games that give you this freedom. I think it's the reason why I love Breath of the Wild so much. When you jump off the Great Plateau for the first time, you can go in any direction. It's up to you. When I've talked to my friends that have experienced the remaster, everybody's doing a different thing when they get out of the sewers. Some people go on the main quest. My buddy Colton went to the Imperial City and did all the inner city quests. Some people go straight to the arena. I just went straight out into the wilderness. I was just fighting bandits and conjurers and mages out in the woods and going through
There's
random
so much
dungeons
stuff.
that maybe
It's just
part
like
of a quest
Skyrim.
may not. Who cares? The game doesn't restrict me from going there early. But I love too, like I remember doing the Paranoid quest where there's this freaked out little wood elf in Skingrad and he's like, I'm convinced that people are watching me. Watch, you'll see. Follow, Briganda or whatever at 6 a.m. this next morning. And I follow Briganda, and yeah, she moved relatively in his direction for the first 20 seconds of her walk, but then she went and like farmed. And the game kind of just trusted me to figure it out on my own. You can go back to that Paranoid wood elf and be like, yeah, she's totally following you. Or you can say, no, you're crazy. She was just going to work. And yeah, I totally told him he was right. She's a huge stalker, and so are the 2 other people. And after I had my fun, I told the guards about his crazy plan, and they killed him.
You'll never take me alive!
Sad story.
But then I thought, that's not really that fun. So I reloaded my save, and I killed all those 3 people in cold blood after I knew he wasn't being followed. But the beautiful thing is the game let me do that. Also, I just love how much Oblivion leans
Yo, what
into
the
fantasy.
fuck?
It's like Harry Potter in that way. Like, I just was walking through the wilderness one day and stumbled upon a unicorn. And it's funny because I didn't know about a unicorn in Oblivion. Like, when I played it as a kid, I somehow never even heard about this. But then I got to experience it in my game, and it was one of the coolest moments ever. And same with like minotaurs and trolls, which again looks so good now. Except running into wisps, those guys suck and are still like the most overpowered enemy, and killed my $5,000 black horse that I just bought. It's a stupid enemy. And you know, there's some parts that they couldn't change in the game. There's still some quests that involve like walking slowly behind somebody, which suck. The Oblivion gate's the most intriguing part from the outside looking into Oblivion. Is still the most like boring part of the game, weirdly enough.
The NPCs and AI are still dumb as rocks.
Run from me!
Difficulty in Oblivion is really just like, the game gets harder by enemies having more health and are stronger. This is kind of lame, but I expected that stuff. What I didn't expect from a remaster was how poorly performant this game is, especially when you go outside, especially when it's raining. They really tricked me at the beginning of this game, man. They start in the prison, which is a really linear experience, and I was running easily over 100 frames, but then I shot out of that Imperial poop sewer and my frames went to crap. Usually when I hear remaster, I think, oh, great, I get to play that game that I played on like the Xbox that was capped at 30 frames, now at unlimited frames, and it's gonna run smooth as butter. That is not the case here. This remaster is really more of a next-gen update, because barely anything this gen is super optimized or runs well. Just for my fellow nerds, I have a 4070 Ti graphics card with a 13700K processor, and I ran the game on a windowed 2K resolution. Windowed because if I played in Borderless windowed, it would only play at my native 4K resolution. I probably lost some frames from not being in full screen the whole time, but still, without frame generation, there was plenty of times where I was running like around 45 frames per second. Which
Yeah,
I'm
you have
sure
to
doesn't
like,
sound that
I figured out like for me, just pausing the game for a little bit fixes it. I don't know why. All right, sorry.
That bad, but man, it's rough for a game that's almost 20 years old. So I did, for one of the first times ever, play this game with frame generation turned on. I don't really love frame generation because there's usually like a wavy input lag, but it wasn't that bad in a single player game like this. And that feature is only available to people that have expensive 40 series graphics cards, which I do because this is my job. Also, this isn't a bug-free experience. Shocker, coming from Bethesda, but there's some really annoying things here, at least coming from my end. My number one bug that I constantly got was if you had enchanted gear and you equip it, sometimes the glow that initially comes on would just stick on your character forever.
Oh yeah, I don't know why. I think you had to reset the fucking. You have to reset the fucking game Just autosave and quick load. I don't know why it fucking does that. And then sometimes for your weapons that glow, it only happened to me once, I think, but it's sometimes the weapons that like glow with magic that look really cool when they're glowing, they have like a magic effect on it. They just stop glowing after a while. I don't know why. I hate that. But I just quick save and quick load usually fixes that.
Disappear as if
All
you
that shit.
unequipped and equipped that gear again. But you know, just like a few hours into the game, a lot of my gear was enchanted, so it was hard to even see what was causing the problem. So I'd have to take all of it off and put all of it back on again. But it just took me out of the game over and over again, having my character not look like he's part of the world, but looking like an NPC that I'm hovering over in an MMO. Something that kept me from using a shield for a long time in the game, since I was using a bow, was if you like equipped a bow after equipping a shield, if you pulled out your bow, sometimes your shield was like with your bow.
What the fuck? That's so silly.
So I just stayed away from shields and equip.
I don't ever use shields in any game usually.
With the torch.
But I was thinking about it. No, I'm not gonna think about it.
Also, it looks like, you know, more dungeon crawlery. Also, how did nobody catch the fact that every time you get onto a horse, every time it plays like half a climbing ladder animation before you can hit the ignition on your horse? There's plenty of great.
Really? That hasn't happened. I've only gotten onto one horse though, but that hasn't happened to me.
User interface design choices that they made that look a lot better in my opinion, and there's even some quality of life things that they've added, like a sprint button. But I'd argue that they could have made some easy changes that wouldn't have hurt the game at all. Like, you still can't cancel your bow shot. The sprint is cool, although it looks really weird if you have like any sort of incline. And I have one more little bitchy complaint, but it's definitely my biggest gripe. The amount of time spent in menus in this game is a lot. That you don't need to change that. That's par for the course with Bethesda. Maybe you could have changed some of the weights. A glass warhammer being 75 pounds out of my 200 max capacity is quite ridiculous, but even that's fine. I can manage that. Pumpkin's 5 pounds. Sorry, I can manage that. Here's what I want, which they could easily add. Could you please just let us keyboard players change the binding of the take button in the inventory menu to something that isn't the enter key? I so badly just want to hit E under my left hand to take stuff that's highlighted in the menu, but instead I have to mouse over each individual item and click, or take my left hand off my movement keys and go hit the enter key. God forbid it's a stack where I have to mouse over another menu to select how much I want to take. I know this sounds like potentially the most nitpicky, lazy piece of shit criticism you could possibly come up with, and maybe it is, but I will die on this hill, dude. You loot like over 100,000 items in this game with ridiculous, but it's a bitchy complaint, but it's definitely my biggest gripe. The amount of time spent in menus in this game is a lot. That you don't need to change that. That's par for the course with Bethesda. Maybe you could have changed some of the weights. A glass warhammer being 75 pounds out of my 200 max capacity is quite ridiculous, but even that's fine. I can manage that. Pumpkin's 5 pounds. Sorry, I can manage that. Here's what I want, which they could easily add. Could you please just let us keyboard players change the binding of the take button?
Sorry. Hold on. Fucking hate my phone.
In the inventory menu to something that isn't the enter key. I so badly just want to hit.
My friend got a new car. I would never be able to do that. That's so much money. I'm so bad with money, man. That's actually very impressive. I would never be able to do that. That's nuts. Fuck. I gotta start spending my money better. I just can't help it, man. It's like Oblivion remastered. There's so many. Even when there's not a lot of games coming out, like there's certain games that I really want to play and I've been wanting to for years, and I'll go back to, like, New Vegas is another game I need to play. I don't own it. I have it on the Game Pass. Hollow Knight, I need to buy that again and play it. It's just so much. There's so many subscriptions I have too.
Hit E under my left hand to take stuff that's highlighted in the menu, but instead,
like, it's usually it's usually I like have so much shit that I want to buy that I get money, and then I usually like it's all gone. It's all gone. It's already gone before I even have it, because I have it, like, I have shit that I already am planning on buying before I even have money. I have like things lined up, and I'm like, I go mow somebody's grass and I know I'm gonna get like $25 for it, and then I immediately like, okay, I'm gonna get the premium pass for CS:GO, and then maybe a skin in Valorant if there's a good one, and then And then fucking Skyrim, Oblivion, that's like $50. So that's like all of my money that I got. I already have like 50 fucking things on my wish list.
Change the
I'm so bad. I'm so bad with money, but I just hate it. I hate money so much.
Which they could easily add. Could you please just let us keyboard players change the binding of the take button in the inventory menu to something that isn't the enter key? I so badly just want to hit E under my left hand to take stuff that's highlighted in the menu, but instead I have to mouse over each individual item and click, or take my left hand off my movement keys and go hit the enter key. God forbid it's
I hate that. I hate that.
to stack where I have to mouse over another menu to select how much I want to take. I know this sounds like potentially the most nitpicky, lazy piece of shit criticism you could possibly come up with.
I had the same issue with like exiting the like. I didn't know you could just press E again to exit the menu. So I don't really have a problem with that, but because I had an even bigger problem, and then I fixed it myself by noticing that I was fucking up. But
with, and maybe it is, but I will die on this hill, dude. You loot like over 100,000 items in this game. That's not even exaggerating. Make it more frictionless. My carpal tunnel's at stake. But those are really all my complaints. I just want to talk more about how amazing it was to come back to Oblivion and what makes...
Welcome to Lords. All the awesomeness of a roguelite for you and your friends and goblins with shoes on their heads. Power-ups are here to lend you a hand. In this case, a severed green hand.
looks like a cute little game.
You will die.
You will die.
But you will also kick tons of goblin butts.
You will piss.
Live.
A gun. Lord. That's a cool little. That's a good name too.
This game's so special. I can barely describe it. This like warm sense of feeling that overcame me while playing and going through dungeons and running through the forest in this game.
This is so sappy, but there is a weird amount of joy in my heart while I'm playing this game right now.
Overall, I just feel like Oblivion...
It is. It's so satisfying. Even if you're not into games like this, just going into dungeons and doing it for the first time, like clearing an entire dungeon. And just knowing that you cleared that dungeon is just fucking, you know, especially if it's an annoying dungeon and it's a big one and you know that you never have to go back in there again and you've gotten everything out of there that you could. It's so fucking satisfying.
Kind of does hold up, especially with the more subtle modern improvements that the remaster has made. I just wanted to spend like 2 straight weeks playing only this game and getting lost in Tamriel again. Like I've been extremely busy this month. I've been moving. By the way, hence the new place. I've just been like itching to get back to my computer to play more Oblivion. And I just loved how much I felt like I was encouraged to roleplay more. You know, I was that guy just going through the wilderness and I would go into taverns and put a heavy coin down and be like, give me a room and a warm bed. And you do that because every now and then you have to sleep to level up. And then I go down in the
I love that. I fucking love that.
And talk to the innkeeper and find out about some weird quest.
I love games that make you slow down and shit.
Around the area, go and solve that. I really hope the next Elder Scrolls game leans into that, like heavy. A question I kept...
That's something I didn't like about... I think Skyrim is just a little bit better. But I love how it makes you roleplay more in this one.
Asking myself
it makes
the
you.
whole playthrough was, does this save Bethesda?
No.
No. I just think this looks really good for Virtuous. For the most part, they killed this remaster outside of some performance. From the research I did on this, it really seems like Bethesda, you know, oversaw the remaster, but it was really the Virtuous team putting in the hours making this thing what it is. Bethesda still has so much ground to make up from the trust that it's lost from its core fan base, including me. Did you guys know that friggin' Starfield released its new DLC? I didn't even know it, and of course I looked it up on Steam and just had mostly negative reviews.
It's awful. Everything I've seen about this is awful.
Surprise, surprise. Ugh. What a crapshoot, man. I could easily see a few years from now when Elder Scrolls 6 is released. Well, that part I don't easily see. But I could easily see, once Elder Scrolls 6 is released, that there's going to be comparison videos between Elder Scrolls 6 and this Oblivion remaster, and I could bet money there's going to be countless examples of how this remaster looks better and functions better. I have a lot of things I was thinking about while playing the remaster about what Elder Scrolls 6 could do to make it an amazing Elder Scrolls title. I'm very worried with the amount of time that's passed that it has too much to do, but GTA 6's trailers are showing that they are living up to the time that they've had to develop their game. So Bethesda,
I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. I feel like GTA 6 is gonna be all right, and Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be fucking ass. I don't know. I just feel it.
get on it. But that's what I think about the remaster. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did just mention that I sold my house. I'm going through a big life change right now. I'm making videos here. I'm working on playable stuff. I'm trying to get moved in, trying to make my own video games. It's a lot, but thanks to anybody who's remaining patient with me and watch my videos. I do appreciate you guys, and I appreciate any patrons supporting me. But that's it for this one, guys.
My man.
And I'll see you.
He even has a ring on. Magic ring. I watched this too, and I hate it. It explains every reason I hate. I might just watch it again because proving my chat that I'm actually good at CS:GO. I'm really into CS:GO right now. I can't help it. I'm gonna play some, but I can't play it. I'm gonna be getting into Valorant. It's gonna be a shorter stream because I want to get my fucking account back on Twitch. On fucking not Twitch, on Steam. Support message and everything. I gotta contact my fucking credit card info and everything. It's just because I added another credit card, and then I'm glad Steam is being safe, but like I have 2 credit cards and I've used them both before. It's not a brand new credit card, but for some reason I had to type it in again, and now it's like fucking going nuts about it.
Let me see. How good is ohne Pixelets? Yes, again. Person is hard to.
Usually, cities can try to either do a 5-man eco push, which you can counter by staying on top of this generator and holding like this, or they can.
My 4 randoms never give up.
Play close with shotguns, MP9s, or pistols, which is countered by.
Unless they're racist and they hate Germans, then it's GG.
Is there like actually footage?
Here, peak of German humor.
Do you guys have any pets?
A dog.
Really?
Yes, German boxer.
Oha. Does he speak German as well?
And now I have a joke of my own.
If I press this button right there, how fast will the nuke reach the Netherlands?
11-8. Mark decides to play behind the box, and it pays off.
Yeah.
After that, B execute is happening, and instead of playing around his teammates,
I
Mark
swear I got
is
an ace
fighting
this game.
ghosts.
I didn't get it. I didn't get the joke, but it's alright.
Need another Elder Scrolls.
What was I gonna click on before this? Oh yeah, this.
So I just beat Doom the Dark Ages, and I think the best way to describe it is it's like Squidville.
I'll bet they won't have.
I love Doom 2016. I know everybody loved Eternal. I think Eternal was a little too much. I loved the gun. I loved everything about it. I hated the jetpack. Boosting everywhere. I didn't feel like the Doom guy. I felt like a fucking dude with a jetpack. I felt like Sonic with guns. I didn't feel like a big old fucking crazy. But everything else about it was okay. I got like halfway through the game before I quit. But Doom 2016, I beat the entire thing because it was just so much fun. All of it, the story and the gun, everything was so much fun. But it feels like they got a little bit lazy with Eternal. But the gameplay was pretty fun. That was just me. I know I'm just really picky when it comes to stuff like that. I didn't really like Eternal, but everybody else did. That's all right. And now Dark Ages is showing. I'm glad other people are now starting to see that how stupid this shit is. I saw them slipping a little bit in Eternal, and nobody else wanted to see it. And I'm like, okay, that's all right. Some people can like something I don't like, and then now this is fucking repetitive level design. The level design was really good in Eternal, but they've gotten a lot of bad stuff in this one.
Repetitive level design.
This town is great.
At first, Squidward thinks he's in paradise, but slowly and surely, the repetition of routine sinks in, and paradise starts to feel boring. If 2016 and Eternal are 10 out of 10 games, Dark Ages being a 7 or 8 out of 10 makes it seem like a much worse game than it actually
That's cool.
is. Doom the Dark Ages is a solid entry in the series, even though it fails to live up to the extremely high standards and expectations of Eternal and 2016. It is by no means a bad video game. Yes, oh my god. Oh my jeez. It could not be more overkill. And it could not be more cool.
That's great.
I was sold
And I love
on Doom
this.
the Dark
I
Ages
love it. And
with
dragons.
just 2 words.
I'm autistic. I love dragons. I love trains.
What? I can throw this thing like a boomerang? This is like medieval Doom.
So it really
I'm on the spectrum, I think.
the idea of medieval Doom.
We got
I love dinosaurs. I love dragons. I love dinosaur dragons. Look at the, look at how cool this looks.
Oh, is that what I get? For Dark Ages, it's a lot of little things that add up that makes it somewhat of a disappointment. The devil is in the details, and we're gonna get that fucker. I was also lucky enough that Bethesda gave me an early access code. Yes, Todd Howard himself came to my home, walked in, looked up and said, wow, look at those light fixtures. They all just work. And then he left. Doom is a series that
I can't wait. I can't wait until I get an early access code. And I could just shit on a game just like this guy does.
Bungo Brain. And when I saw that first reveal trailer, my mind was wild with the possibilities. Imagine Doom meets Castlevania, a 10 out of 10 concept.
Exactly.
What a genius direction to take.
Look at that. The fucking oh, what do they call it? Mivel Devil. Yeah.
And it's not just me, right, ladies? I mean, this cape is a pure pussy magnet. Save some for the rest of us, Doom Guy. It seemed like the start.
I don't think Doom Guy would have a cape though. That's really weird.
We're aligning. We got a new Doom game coming out.
He's not Batman.
We're getting a new Pope. It is a bad day to be a demon. Oh, there we go. They still got the jump kills. Okay. But does Dark Ages live up to that hype? Does it truly deliver the fantasy we were all hoping for?
No.
I expected Dark Ages to sidestep.
I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that. I hate it. I hate the little boosting jumps. Everything else is alright. But I feel like there's just a little too much on screen too. Like, I don't know. I know that's just me.
See, we were all hoping
like, compare Eternal to 2016. I think 2016 is just so much better.
I expected.
And then this look how stupid this looks, man. It looks like it's from a Sonic. And then he just jumps or like swings on this. Like, what are we doing? Like, if it was stationary and this was like a lamp post or something that we could do, if it wasn't like an obvious thing that you could just jump and swing on, like if I didn't feel like I was playing a fucking video game through this and I felt like I was the Doom guy jumping and swinging on things and going from place to place, then it was pretty cool.
Dark Ages to sidestep the formula from each.
I hate the jetpack. I hate it. I hate it. I know everybody else loves it. I hate it.
Instead of trying to add even more on top of it, it made sense for them to kind of reel things back. Although Dark Ages is a solid entry in the series, I won't be surprised if it turns out to be the most controversial. Why? Well, that's exactly what you'll find out today. So let's rev up those chainsaws, blast a hole into the surface of Mars, and rip and tear our way straight into this. Hey Doom Guy, are there any other games you like to rip and tear into?
Why yes, Aquaman, I love War Thunder, the sponsor of today.
I've also drawn and completely fizz the exclusive no lines, a battle part about Dark Ages. And this is gonna cause a lot of chaos when I say this, alright? They got rid of glory kills.
I didn't even know this until I watched this video.
What the fuck are we supposed to do?
What the fuck?
This is some real pretty shit now, man.
For real, man.
Multiple glory kills in succession was something we tried to do for like 10 years and just didn't really fit in the other games.
I don't believe what I'm hearing.
If we're asking the player to stop
glory kills,
synced animation for every one of those,
glory kills,
very tedious. If it didn't feel good, it wouldn't be in the game. There's no reason why we wouldn't do glory kills again.
I don't know you anymore.
People think it's just playing the same melee strike every time.
That's it, man. Game over, man.
And that's not what we're doing here?
What the fuck are we gonna do now?
Look at this. I think they just got lazy. I really do. There's no multiplayer. There's no goddamn.
I'll say it again.
Level
they got
making.
rid of glory kills. And
Nuts,
some of you
man.
might be saying, oh no, Act Man, you're just exaggerating. You're being hyperbolic. Okay, you're right. So we agree they got rid of them by about like 95%. If you get 100% of the pizza, and in the next pizza you order, you only get 5% of the pizza. Well, that's less pizza. Oh, see, it's weird, man. Sometimes you can get the kills off, and other times you can't. I don't get you.
We got spoiled.
Saying they got rid of glory
We got spoiled,
kills
man.
is like saying Master Chief took his helmet off. Like,
You what?
like my brain just...
People think it's just playing the same melee strike every time.
Even the robot just does a kick, man. Come on.
Kicking? Oh, I want to do some kicking.
He still does the kick. Even on like one of the last bosses, he still does the same fucking kick. Do I even need to explain why glory kills are awesome?
How could you get tired of that?
You can tell they got rid of glory kills because if they did, I would be showing you footage of Doom Guy using the flail to wrap it around a Mancubus's neck
Flail, that's what they're called.
before popping that sucker off. I would be showing off some of the coolest things in the world. It boggles the mind because some of the glory kills you can pull off in very specific circumstances are pretty sweet. Glory kills have been replaced by executions.
They're more like executions. You know, you're able to just move from one guy to the next.
But executions became such a rare occurrence during my playthrough that I started chat clipping it every time. Oh yeah, there we go. I want more of that. Give me more of that. Glory kills weren't in the original games, but they were a way of modernizing Doom back in 2016. They added a cinematic feel that you never saw in any other FPS. Yes, at times.
Is there even a berserk mode in Dark Ages? Can you go berserk?
They could feel like they slowed down the combat, but you could mostly engage with glory kills as much or as little as you wanted to. We've seen companies cut these same corners before, and it always goes over poorly. When Halo Infinite got rid of assassinations, everybody disliked that. When Battlefield 2042 replaced all these cool directional-based assassinations with one really, really bad one, everyone disliked that.
What the fuck was that?
And for Doom, it should be no different. It is stupid how it doesn't matter the size or shape of a demon when you execute them all the same. It breaks my immersion constantly when I'm annihilating some 20-foot demon and it ends with like just a basic fucking kick. Take that, 5-ton behemoth.
You know, that scene in the opening of 300.
This is Sparta!
That's actually the point of this, is to avoid repetition so you don't see the same kind of animation again and again.
There was so much creativity in these killing animations.
Shut the fuck up.
Just like mindless.
Shut the fuck up and just be honest. You got a little lazy with this one. It's alright.
To reinforce the idea that this is why Doom Guy is the only thing they fear.
None could stand before the Horde, but the Doom Slayer. The scribes carved his name deep in the tablets of hell across eons, and each battle etched terror in the hearts of the demons. They knew he would come, as he always had, as he always will.
God, that's so cool, man.
When you see how he kills the demons, you know
That's one of
why
my
they fear
favorites.
him.
For it is he that they fear, not man, or his armies. They fear the mark of the beast.
Thus selling you on this incredible power fantasy of taking the fight to hell and not being scared.
Because you are the Doom Slayer, the strongest, fastest demon killer in existence, and nothing can stand in your way.
But for whatever reason, it seems id Software didn't understand that or consider that when developing Dark Ages. If you're gonna replace something that's so awesome and integral about the last two games, you gotta give us something of equal or greater value. In some ways, Dark Ages feels like
I could have played this too. I had the Game Pass and it was completely free, and I downloaded it and everything. And just the more and more gameplay I saw of it, the more and more I hated it. Like the parries, I hated the parries.
these death animations. If you have a life sigil, then instead of like falling over and dying or exploding and your helmet comes off. It's so weird to just have a menu pop up to be like, you have died. Like you're there fucking adrenaline pumping and then just, you have died. Yeah, it's so dumb that you have died. Show me dying. Oh shit, the demons can glory kill me? So that's been my TED Talk on why glory kills are awesome. Please bring them back next time. This is a new kind of Doom, a simpler Doom. How simple is it? Well, they got rid of the double jump and the dash and the grapple hook. And as a result, the puzzles, the exploration is just an objective downgrade. Yeah, a lot of the secret areas do not feel like secret areas. They feel like, you looked down, good job. What they got rid of, they replaced with something worse. Instead of the double jump, now we have swimming?
We had that in Eternal too, right? Ew.
I never ever imagined Doom Guy swimming unless he was heading to Rapture to kill everyone there. Jack versus Doom Guy? Who's coming out on top? Taking all bets. I think I can
That would be
remember
pretty
one
good.
instance when I was like swimming and there was
Be a crazy fight.
fire or something to avoid. It's filler. It's filler. But what I can respect about id is that every time they try to switch things up.
I feel like there should always be a Doom game out there, but you can't just make the same kind of game every time.
Run and gun, jump and shoot, stand and fight. I think that's a great tagline.
We want you to stand and fight.
I love the run and gun. Run and gun's my
If you're gonna
favorite.
Stand and fight, we definitely have to give you the tools to do that.
You are less mobile, but tankier. Doom Guy is far more lethal than ever before, so demons feel a lot weaker, but attacking greater numbers. I played on Ultra Violence for this review, and the difficulty felt just right. Oh yeah. I wouldn't want to fight me neither, you know? I made the parry window shorter so that combat would be more intense. I also got a pretty top-of-the-line PC. The game ran almost flawlessly for me. I've heard of other issues on PC, but
Moist Critical, I watched him play. He crashed so many times. It was like a struggle, as sometimes he would be in the middle of a game and be like, oh, well, let's try again. He's like 5 times in one stream, I think. And it just kept getting worse and worse.
Encountered very few glitches. Oh, whoa, 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 what was that? That guy just appeared out of nowhere. There's a high degree of polish in this game. I love the castle medieval aesthetic of this game. Man, they truly went balls to the walls. A feast for the eyes. You will quench your bloodthirst, and you will satiate your appetite for masculine beauty. You can tell id put a lot of effort into the ideas they had. As for if those ideas were the best ideas, maybe not. One of the big changes made is with melee, and the game's first new weapon, the Power Fist. Let's just get some of the bad stuff out of the way. Melee combat is weird in this game. The Power Gauntlet charges regenerate over time or by finding melee ammo. What? Melee ammo? Imagine if they did this shit in Halo. Whoa, you can't whack your pistol 3 times in a row. What are you, crazy? You know, Master Chief gets tired too.
It's called stamina. Melee ammo is wild.
I don't understand. If you're going to set Doom in a medieval fantasy setting, why would you limit melee combat? Wouldn't that be like a main focus? Stand and fight? Instead, it's like this weird pseudo hybrid.
You know, you get this boxing match, you know, almost against the biggest enemies we have. They throw strikes, you parry them, you're charging your melee, you throw your strikes, you get off some shots.
Melee combat in Dark Ages is like a boxing match, but with all the complexity and strategy of, say, Punch-Out on NES. That's not a dig at Punch-Out, that's just how simple and basic the melee combat is, that it could be compared to an NES game.
Wow.
I mean, you put Doom Guy in a setting where he has access to...
That's another game I have written down on my list, Punch-Out. There's like there's a remastered version of Punch-Out too. That I don't know. I might play the original if I can first.
Spears, halberds, crossbows. There is a crossbow. Bastard swords, axes, and maces. All of this potential to just give us 3 melee weapons. Which, by the way, 2 of the attacks on the Power Fist is a shield bash and a kick. Kicking with the Power Fist. It feels like bumper cars. Because every time you whack a demon, it slows down and you bounce backwards. Doom Guy is the only thing they fear. And this stick bug looking motherfucker, the guy that in the last game you can smack his head and bash it into his neck like a baked potato? Why am I bouncing off of this guy? In martial arts, I was taught not to strike an enemy, to strike through them. If you're punching someone, you don't stop your fist when you make contact. You want to knock their head off. And that's the type of feeling you got in previous games when you would execute glory kills. And Doom Guy would slash through them, he would charge at them. When he would go berserk, he would just punch them and send them flying. No knockback. Another big change is that you no longer have the insta-kill melee, be it a chainsaw or the crucible sword, both of which were pretty fucking cool. But let's switch gears and jump into some of the other features Dark Ages has, like
Absolutely fucking nothing.
You see, this review is not just about what Dark Ages has, but also what it has lost. There is no multiplayer, snap map, battle mode, horde mode, not even a demon dating simulator, where you can get to know some hot single mancubi in your local area. What's that? You like the campaign? You enjoyed what you played and you want more? Sorry, restaurant is closed. Go eat somewhere else. Why?
Now, Doom is certainly about more than just the single-player campaign experience.
It's a benefit of not doing...
2016 had everything, man.
Put more of these things in the game.
I was on board with the idea of id Software not working on a multiplayer and instead focusing all their...
To me, they've just gotten worse and worse.
Single-player campaign. I thought that would pay off. It really has not. In 2016, the multiplayer wasn't anything spectacular, but it was serviceable and oh sweet Jesus, oh I forgot they added emotes. Oh I was wrong. Burn it all. I think in my old review I was pretty critical of 2016's multiplayer, but I mean shit, it's better than nothing. You had multiple game modes where you could play as demons, a bunch of multiplayer exclusive weapons not found in the campaign, and new equipment. And to switch up the combat in the single player, they also had rune trials, just little challenge runs that allowed you to unlock new abilities. There was an entire arcade mode too, which had you running through the levels trying to kill as many demons as fast as possible. You know, it was just more bang for your buck. And then secret levels, you could unlock a classic Doom level and play through it. I don't know, maybe I'm just the one who's out of touch, thinking that shit was cool. And Snap Map was basically Doom's version of Halo's Forge. Have you ever played a game that had a map editor and you were like, you know, I wish I didn't have the ability to make my own content? And when Doom Eternal came out, the multiplayer and side content was reduced to a single 1v2 mode. It felt unfinished. And now with Dark Ages, we don't even get a multiplayer. On the single player front, this new trilogy has 1000% lived up to the hype and expectations of the original Doom games, but on the multiplayer side, it hasn't. And Doom was not just always about single player.
Now, Doom is certainly about more than just the single-player campaign experience.
Doom is one of those rare IPs where most people don't care about storytelling. And that is just as clear in Dark Ages as it was in Eternal.
Characters are forgettable, dialogue is forgettable, plot is forgettable. Gameplay, not so much. At the end of it, I didn't really take away anything from the story besides the spectacle and feeling of it.
You know, when I said that, I didn't think, oh, 5 years later, I'll feel the exact same way about a new Doom game. Now, despite my criticisms, there are a lot of moments in Doom the Dark Ages where you will think, that could not be more metal, and that could not be more Doom. But to sum up the plot, I mean, there's a bad demon guy, and he wants more power, and you don't want him to have that power. So you're flying all around Demon Land, ripping and tearing, and that's pretty much it. We don't even know what the inciting incident is. Why are demons attacking this random village? Doesn't matter. All that matters is that Doom guy is being held captive. This is the one interesting part of the story. The idea that weird alien things and this Captain Fatfuck guy are somehow controlling Doom with this technology. I wanted to see how that played out. But even Doom's original creators never thought storytelling was all that important. As the legend John Carmack once said, and put it best, story in a game is like story in a porn movie. It's expected to be there, but it's not important. Not important. We never even learned what type of pizza he was gonna deliver. I mean, shit, what am I gonna do? Backtalk to the king of first-person shooters? So what right do I have to complain about it? Just shut up and ride the dragon. I want to. I really, really do.
They don't mind having a story in Doom, they just want it to be a good story. A story that complements the game, that fits in with the genre, you know, that enhances the experience, you know.
But you see, Doom falls under the ancient rule of cool law, which states that it doesn't matter how absurd, ridiculous, or illogical something is. If it's fucking cool enough, then you put it in and you can get away with it. The rule of cool does a lot of heavy lifting for Doom.
You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars.
But the rule of cool has its limits, and I think we've run out of track. I would be happy if Dark Ages could at least provide the bare minimum, the basics, like context. So often the transition from mission to mission is just an abrupt stop. You're no longer here, now you're
Yeah,
here.
didn't they?
I don't
Even in Eternal, didn't they give you like a little like paragraph or something to read that's like, this is the place where fucking, you know, the ruler of the Dark Lord was here and his son killed him, or, you know, like it give you something.
I don't really know what the fuck has been happening in the story, honestly. It's like hell's back, get on this dragon, yeah, just fucking, you know the drill. Yeah, where the fuck am I now? You know what I mean? I'm going to all these cool places. It kind of reminds me of Halo 5. You're going to all these places and
Ooh, that's
but
bad.
you don't know what the fuck you're doing there. What is his goal? What is he trying to do? I don't even know. He's just a bad guy, you know? Nobody really explains what the fuck is going on or where we even are or what we're trying to do. Or the campaign is little more than a series of mini adventures loosely stitched together with barely any coherence.
Yeah, if you're gonna add a campaign, at least make it make sense.
What am I doing? I don't even know. I really don't even know. I could not tell you what the fuck I'm doing. You know those scenes where it like shows you characters going to a different place or something? It's kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of important for spatial awareness, or like, where the fuck why do you have a sword? When did you get that sword? Heck, man, stop talking
It
about
looks
the
really
story.
cool,
Who
too.
cares? It's not like you have some high quality standard of storytelling in Doom's past that you can refer to.
It shows the fucking one frame of Doom 16.
Oh, wait. Now, if you don't believe me, go replay 2016 and compare it to the storytelling in Dark Ages.
No contest.
What's weird about Dark Ages is that its plot is hard to describe.
Like you even get backstabbed in the end by the one dude who keeps leading you through the whole game. And Doom guy doesn't trust him at all in the first place either, and then we figure out fucking why in the end.
Little of it. There's very few things that are actually worth spoiling. While Doom 2016 feels like a game that wants you to take things slow, it's almost like Dark Ages thinks that's boring. What players like is combat, and that's it. Let's pick a random Dark Ages mission as an example. Number 15, City of Ryul. So the plot of this mission is you go through a portal, you kill demons for 20 minutes, then go through another portal, mission over. The cosmic realm awaits. 4 words is all of the narrative.
Yeah, they gave
could
you
spare for this
way
one
more.
movie.
They give you way more
What was the
in the
point?
other games.
What is the cosmic realm? Is that where Neil deGrasse Tyson lives? Compare this to 2016 when you go to hell for the first time. The 6th mission.
Your mother awaits. So whoa.
It's a similar concept. Doom guy finds himself in another plane of existence, and he's cut off from communications. Now, in Dark Ages, they just say, fuck it, no dialogue this mission. But in 2016, they replaced Samuel Hayden's voice with these demon audio logs, which are so fucking cool. While you're in hell, you get a psychological profile of the Doom guy from the demon's perspective. I mean, that's fucking cool. These demonic audio logs detail Doomslayer's backstory, how he was encased in a magic sarcophagus and sealed away, how he was freed, why he is the only thing they fear, and it gives you a look into the minds of the demons. It added so much to the story.
He wore the crown of the night sentinels, and those that tasted the bite of his sword
My sunburn.
named him the Doomslayer.
You can't see it at all, but it hurts.
Pages doesn't even cover the basics, the bare essentials. There is nothing in this level to clue us in on what the fuck this place is or what happens here. And the art direction is peak. I'm convinced id Software secretly hired Gordon Ramsay to work on this game because they fucking cooked. And that's the real tragedy. These are places and locations worthy of telling a story in, but they didn't even bother. Some people might say, man, it doesn't want to slow the game down with too much story. People don't care about that. And I agree, which is why I also think Dark Ages has too many cutscenes and not enough story, if that's even possible. The biggest change of all is perspective. Cutscenes dominate the plot, for better and sometimes worse. The story is delivered in two ways: cinematics and people talking over a radio. And yes, while it is fucking cool to watch Doom guys squaring up with Cthulhu, that's all Dark Ages really has going for it in terms of narrative. It's just cool. I mean, there's this one moment, spoiler warning, spoilers, Doom guy gets thrown into acid and you think he dies, but he's literally too angry to. When they revealed his face as like some ghoul, and he goes into Davy Jones's space locker to ferry his own soul across the river, I mean, that's, what do you want me to say? That's a moment. That sticks in my brain. See, stuff like this conceptually is pretty fucking cool. Pretty goddamn sweet. And artistically, it's just beautiful. But there's like no real substance. And it's hard to get immersed in this game when I can barely draw a connection between my actions as the Doomslayer and what's happening in the cinematics. But in Dark Ages, I don't feel like I'm doing anything, and the objectives rarely have any relation to what's going on. Like in the mission Siege, Azrak launches an assault on the Sentinel stronghold. He's got this big ass cool ship with the fucking skull in the front. Oh man, I guess we gotta infiltrate that now. No, take out AA cannons? And what? Portals? Huh? Shouldn't we use the AA cannons to shoot at the guy on the ship? Wait a minute, everybody's just sitting in a castle behind the shield. Why do I need to take out AA cannons? We don't even have air support. This leads me to my next point.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool if you had like other people, other sentinels, like fighting alongside you as Doom guy? And you got to see like that lady with the blue sword. She looks cool. Let her out. If you're gonna add fucking characters, let me see the fucking characters.
Everyone is worthless in Dark Ages except you. It actually becomes irritating how little a role Thera, Novik, and the other sentinels and soldiers play in the story. They just stand around waiting for you to solve all their problems, never doing anything themselves. And everyone is relegated to spouting boring expository dialogue. Yawn. These guys don't ever do jack shit. Yeah, all these guys show up and it's just gonna be me fighting. Yep, you go off in that direction. Yep. God damn it. Compare this to
I think it's
Samuel
cool.
Hayden.
I think it's cool how he's like alone fight. You know, he's probably like too dangerous to be around while he's fighting. But let me see that. Let me fucking see some shit happen to where like give me an excuse to where people are like get hurt around him that don't deserve to get hurt. And then he was like, okay, let's stay away from him from now on. And then, you know, the rest of the game. If you're going to make a fucking story, make a goddamn story, man.
I mean, 2016 only had like 3 characters.
Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
But he was great because he helped guide you through the facility and the story. But he was also a weird robot that sounded like a bad guy, and he kept talking about how much he loves demon energy. and wanted to continue his work when his work caused this incident in the first place, but yet he's helping you stop it?
If stopping our energy production is what you want, then you need only to destroy this last filter, and Argent energy will no longer exist in this solar system. We will be back at square one.
So, until the very end, it was pretty hard to tell if Samuel Hayden was an antagonist or a good guy, and that made the plot interesting.
I am not the villain in this story. I do what I do because there is no choice. I can't kill you, but I won't have you standing in our way. Until we see each other again.
In that way, Olivia Pierce almost acts as a red herring. You see, at least I can describe the 3-4 characters in 2016. I can't do that for Dark Ages. What's the point of having all these people suck up screen time when they don't do a goddamn thing? Dark Ages is all style and little substance. It's the epitome of tragedy. That such beautiful imagery and art could be so wonderfully crafted, but not filled with enough interesting elements. Like, here's a good example, the Cyber Dragon, Sarat. When did we get a Cyber Dragon? You know what would have been cool is if Sarat was its own boss fight, but instead of killing the dragon like Doom Guy normally would, he tames it like a fucking cowboy in the Wild West. And then you could kind of play a little bit, you know, Arthur Morgan with his horse kind of relationship. But when, spoilers, when the dragon is killed, I didn't really feel anything. I don't know, man, the story feels like you're stuck in a perpetual loop where every cutscene is just meant to make you feel like Mr. Krabs tripping out. Like, why take ketamine and fentanyl when you can achieve the same effects by trying to understand the story of Doom: The Dark Ages? For a universe as interesting and fascinating as Doom, I felt really let down by the story. What Dark Ages lacks in its storytelling is substance. I don't know what the fuck Prince Azran's motivations were for getting more power. I don't know why they were keeping Doom Guy chained up. Captain Fat Fuck, what was his motivation? Fuck if I know. The funniest part,
We don't even know why he was doing the main bad guy. We don't even know why he was doing what he was doing. The guy who had Doom Guy captured, the guy who can never be captured and contained. We don't even know why he's doing it. Come on.
When Thera is like, and we're gonna do this for our homeland, and I'm like, I don't even know what your homeland's name is.
This is our home, and we will stand together to the last sentinel to defend it.
You have a home? What is the name of your home? I don't even know where you live.
This is our home, as our ancestors did, right? Our home. Our home.
Now that id Software has also abandoned the idea of multiplayer, it feels like a massive missed opportunity that they've also abandoned storytelling. In Doom Demons Die Twice, you can parry certain attacks and turn the tables on an aggressive foe. It's a unique spin on the classic formula. Like before, at first it's fun parrying projectiles, learning the patterns, and adapting to them on the fly. The shield is super fucking cool. Being able to throw it and implant it in a big demon to stun it. The shield bash lets you fly across the battlefield similar to the grapple hook. But over the course of time, it starts to become apparent that a lot of enemies shoot the same projectile. The problem I have is how
Oh my god.
parrying
And
is.
how ugly is that green projectile, man? Like, at least make it like orange or something, like, I don't know, something, man. Like, I know it's supposed to signal that you could parry it, but, like, it just looks so bad. It's like my sunburn. You can't see it, though.
When it's such a simple mechanic, every attack you parry slows the game down. To the point where it got so annoying, I tried looking through the settings if there was a way to disable it.
Wow. Wow. And that, if there was, I would have played the game. Deadass. I would have played this fucking game if you did not have those ugly looking parries, man. It's not even the parries I have a problem with, or this guy's 6 nipples. It's the it's the fucking, it's the way they look.
Between the weird knockback and slow-mo effect,
And the flail looks so cool.
the game starts to feel sluggish, like it's compensating for a lack of depth in the melee combat. Sometimes it's cool to pull off a parry, but other times it feels like you're just spamming.
Like that, I'm okay with. Like, toon, and then like the shield sound happens. But then when someone launches like a green laser at you, I'm like, what the fuck? You're a demon. Why are you green? It just makes no sense. Unless you're like a poison demon, you know? It's like, I don't know.
The block button.
And there's ways you can make it work. It just does not look good here.
Instinctively parrying
To me.
every attack that's thrown your way, effectively dumbing down your available strategies. Dodging in the dragon or the robot levels is incredibly simplistic. Like in the mech levels, you can dodge into where they are swinging and you'll just like phase through it or something.
Oh,
And
what
in the
the
dragon
fuck?
levels, you're always dodging in one of 4 directions, and it feels like a game from the 360 era. Let's move on to weapons and demons and level design, because this is what Doom is all about.
Big effing guns.
And not just these, right, fellas? One thing I really love about Eternal in 2016
Just say fucking.
is how every weapon had like 3 modes of fire with mods that you could swap out of during combat. Every weapon.
I hate it when people are like, you know, girls can do it because, you know, they kind of sound cute when they say it. But when guys are like, big effing guys, like, yo, just say the F word, bro. I don't care if you have kids. It's just fucking say it.
Felt like it had been explicitly tuned.
Everybody
to
knows
fit a
what you're saying.
Situation or scenario, and had certain drawbacks. In Dark Ages, it's like every weapon only has 1 mode of fire, and they just doubled the amount of weapons, so they all feel like they do less. The Ravager and the Punisher are a great example. Why are these 2 separate weapons when the differences are so minor? Since there are no alternate fires, the idea of upgrading weapons is also a lot less interesting, since it merely enhances the primary fire. And instead of unlocking upgrades via challenges or combat tokens, it's gold now, often placed just right out in the open, like it takes 0 effort to collect a lot of gold. Feels kind of like Donkey Kong 64, where they just put hundreds of bananas everywhere. The weapons feel off. I think it's a combination of the demons being much easier to kill and every weapon being good in almost every scenario. The game starts to feel very arcadey. I mean, don't take my word for it.
Yeah, that's the one thing I liked about Eternal, is that you had to use certain weapons for other demons. And if you ran out of ammo for that certain weapon for that certain demon, then you had to get real creative.
After you beat Doom the Dark Ages, go play 2016 and notice how different enemy behavior is. How possessed soldiers, even though they're cannon fodder, they can still put up a decent fight. They take a couple shots to take down. But in Dark Ages, they just throw hordes and hordes of useless, worthless cannon fodder that are so frail and feeble, 1 toss of your shield can kill like 30 of them. I don't know, it's like all these shield guys, you know, I throw my shield at one of them and they all explode. You'd think they'd learn and change their strategy at some point. Levels are a whole nother subject entirely. They have been dumbed down. What? No, just don't walk over there. And the secrets are hardly secrets. Come on, this is a secret.
That's
Come
not.
on. All I did was go left. That's not a secret. A lot of levels are just like flat, wide open. Again, because they got rid of the double jump, they can't really add a whole bunch of interesting platforming. Therefore,
I hated the double jump. I hated it, but at least it made you go to cool, weird places.
secrets are less secretive and levels are less interesting. You kind of just glide across the ground in a lot of levels, massacring everything in sight. Very little like height advantage or environmental hazards or teleporters, man cannons, or power-ups. In 2016, each arena you fought demons in felt like a playground you had to master. Same with Eternal. Doom guy would dance around the battlefield like Michael Jackson with this double-barreled shotgun blasting demons straight back to hell. It was awesome. Dark Ages, it feels more like you're a blender. Rarely does the environment itself pose any challenge.
You think that would be cool, but it's not.
I'm so unused to environmental hazards, I just walked into the yellow acid. Levels are much more linear and less labyrinthine. Most puzzles are pretty easy to figure out with landmarks so colorful and unmistakable it's hard to miss them. But in previous games, often you would have to really take in your surroundings, and sometimes you'd find a secret trapdoor that doesn't have an obvious marker except for the tiny little button prompt. And this would lead you to a secret area that would reward you with an upgrade to your suit. Oh yeah, remember the suit? Why are there no upgrades for it? So the vast majority of combat feels like it happens in long, wide, open, flat environments. And the exploration, while simple, fun, and easy, doesn't feel nearly as rewarding as, you know, taking 5 or so minutes to be like, that's how you get into that room, you know? Doom the Dark Ages seems to de-emphasize exploration and instead fill those quiet moments with more combat. Thus, the combat feels more repetitive because there's less breaks in between. At first, I enjoyed the spectacle of the mech and dragon levels. Regain health by flying through blue rings. Just like Superman. I'm just like Superman. I thought it was neat exploring.
If you could get compared to Superman 64, you know you're doing something wrong.
The world from a different point of view. Oh boy. Yes. Yes, none will survive. I am Godzilla.
But that's actually cool. I don't want to skip that.
Neat exploring the world from a different point of view. Oh boy.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yes. Yes, none will survive. I am Godzilla. The robot levels were incredibly linear and one note, but a fun spectacle nonetheless. And the dragon level, I do think it's funny that they added an enemy ship that always flies away from you. It's like the designers realized, hey, this is just people flying through corridors of nothing. We gotta give them something to shoot, and that's what they came up with. This ain't no Star Fox 64, that's for damn sure. One thing all 3 Doom games have done exceptionally well is art direction, and Dark Ages might be the most beautiful and varied of the trilogy. But I mean, like, look at the art direction. It's fucking immaculate. If only the levels were better. Man. Ah, look at the ghost. Look at that floating pirate ships out there and wherever the fuck we are. There's always some crazy shit going on in the background and you feel like you're part of a larger war. And with that, id Software has capped off a new Doom trilogy. History repeats itself, time is a flat circle, and once again, the 3rd entry is the most divisive. But like Doom 3, will Dark Ages years from now be reappraised as a masterpiece? For first timers, it'll likely be a blast and you'll want to experience more, and then it's only up from there. While there's a lot I respect about Doom the Dark Ages, a lot of issues I have really come down to my personal preference, and I think the whole direction of medieval Doom was a wonderful concept. Around the halfway point, I felt like the game had mostly run out of magic tricks, and besides a few unique bosses, it did. Replacing glory kills with inferior executions is one of the most baffling and unnecessary changes they made. To remove what sold me on your last 2 games and give me a worse version of it, it makes my brain hurt, so I try not to think about it. But while Dark Ages may not be the most exciting, thrilling ride in the Doom amusement park, it feels like it belongs. Saying this is the weakest of the trilogy is kind of like saying Carl Weathers was kind of a pussy because he lost that arm wrestle with Arnold. With id Software focusing entirely on the single player and abandoning everything else, I expected this to mean we would get the best campaign in the series. But it seems all that extra content was sacrificed for naught.
You betrayed us. And for what?
Nothing!
The devil is in the details, and when Doom 4 comes out, don't forget to catch that fucker. And that is why Doom the Dark Ages is so disappointing. War Thunder is available on PC, console, and mobile. Click those links in the description to redeem your free bonus pack for new and returning players that haven't played in over 6 months. Across PC and consoles only. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and let me know your thoughts on Doom the Dark Ages in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man, signing out. Peace!
That's sad. That's sad. It's Jover. It's Jover. Valorant is dying? How is Valorant dying? And then we have a review for this.
Match fixing scandal. This video may be inappropriate for some users. Is this the match-fixing army? Are they going against it? I understand. I'm 18 plus.
Recently dropped a bombshell video outlining an alleged match-fixing scandal that has infested.
Valorant is collapsing. Yes. Oh my God! Finally.
Why? Why is that good?
I think this issue is 10 times worse.
Because you don't want a better game. Oh, okay, okay.
Doesn't Counter-Strike, by the way.
The game with the what? Wait, what'd you say? I think the only reason Valorant's a little bit better, just a little bit, even though I like CS:GO better, just because it's more nostalgic to me, I can admit that Valorant is a better game. It has better matchmaking. I don't know about better matchmaking. I haven't played it enough to know that, but it's looks better, feels better, and it fucking skins are way better. It just costs way more, which is a downside. But CS:GO and Valorant both have their things that are really good. It's just the nostalgia of CS:GO that gets me.
Oh my God! Finally. I think this issue is 10 times worse than Counter-Strike, by the way.
Sean Guerres recently dropped a bombshell
It's CS players,
video
right?
outlining an alleged match-fixing scandal that has infested Tier 2 North American Valorant. He suspects that a gambling ring has generated hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of dollars by manipulating the outcomes of challengers' matches. This is arguably the biggest scandal to ever shake competitive Valorant, and, if true, could mark the death of the game's Tier 2 scene in NA.
Why are you so silent, boy? Look, you want to watch this real quick?
In the
It's only
context
600
of ranked
seconds.
Valorant, match fixing has been an issue for years. Word got out back in 2022 that there were sites where...
Yo, how do you get such a haircut, Chad? I swear my hair doesn't go like that. Does it need to be longer? Because how did cHiLL do it too? cHiLL also has it in the middle.
Bitch, I
How do you
don't give a fuck.
and pros matches to manipulate the outcome, ensuring that their bets...
This guy is annoying me so far, but mine just because he's German. No, I don't know.
My YouTube editor iPad, you're...
Someone bet on our game and is messaging me about it. I can't
How do you
wait
know?
to actually do that
Thanks.
shit. He's messaging me about it.
Why,
He's
is
like,
it
throw.
Glob?
I'm like, yeah.
What?
He said tell Adder to throw. I got 50 on you guys losing. I'm like, no.
People actually bet on my shit, dude. I swear, I swear.
I thought he was kidding, bro. I genuinely thought he was kidding at first. He's serious.
And in 2025...
With the iPad power panel, bro.
Things aren't much better. Even as recently as last week, Shazam shared screenshots on Twitter of text messages that he received where the alleged...
Hey there, Shazam, if you do not start throwing this game, I will open loans on your name. Your social is... What? What the hell?
Gamblers threatened to open loans with his social security number and even threatened him.
If you don't listen to me and stop talking in your stream, there will be 4 men with AR-15s at your door. We are outside watching you, Shazib. Are they capping on our... And
Most of these guys are just it's just fucking bullshit, but
I mean in-game or IRL?
it still sucks.
This is...
Riot for their lack of response to the situation, stating, quote, "We've been dealing with our ranked games on betting websites for a couple of years now, telling Riot about it, and they've continued to not do anything about it until it gets to this point." It's pretty clear that Riot still has a lot of work to do to combat these crypto throwers, but recent events suggest that this issue runs much deeper than we initially thought. Back on May 15th, Valorant TO Mr. Funhaver began talking about alleged match fixing within the NA Tier 2 scene on his Twitch stream.
The money being offered is genuinely f***ing insane. I don't know if it's real because, again, I haven't communicated with any of these supposed win traders.
How much?
Well, okay. I have communicated with some of them about the situation, but myself and my own team had people DM us saying, hey, we want to pay you to throw your game.
From there, Mr. Funhaver continued sharing some serious allegations on
What a
stream,
bitch.
suggesting that
You have to be a special type of fucking bitch if you get paid to throw a game, bro, and you accept that.
on top of match fixing, certain challengers players have been using cheats in official matches, and that a member of Riot's anti-cheat department knows about it.
There is an active Riot employee that is very high in the anti-cheat department.
Dude, this is a horrible gaming experience. How do you live like this? Well, I don't know, Linus. I don't have time to research upgrades for this.
Being paid off to let people cheat.
Shut up!
I have proof of this. I have seen it, and it is a very real thing. I can't share that, and I don't know if that's being investigated right now or not. But That is a problem.
Shortly after, Shopify
That is a
General
problem.
Manager Sean Garez joined the stream and put Mr. Fun.
Now you're actually blowing a. Now you're actually blowing. Open a case. Oh my god. Chat. Opening cases can always fix some deep down issue, some deep rooted issue. Huntsman Loki would fit here, no? A Huntsman case that I've been working on for over a week.
Have her on blast for blowing open a case that he'd been working on for over a week. Sean then tweeted that the whole scene is rotten to the core and that he couldn't wait to show everyone. He also added that he'd burn it to the ground to make things work.
Okay, this is bad. I don't know if CS:GO is this bad, but wow, that's.
Before Riot closed off their tournament circuit, what he'd found was.
Would you rather deal with getting doxxed and threaten to get killed, or either throw your game, lose the fucking match, or I'm gonna show up to your house with AR-15. Here's your address and social security number. What the fuck? I'm gonna put loans in your name. What? Would you either that or hop in a game of CS:GO and have like a cheater aimbot you and kill you? Bro, that's a lose-lose right there. Fuck both of these games, man. I'm gonna go play some Skyrim. This is wild.
His words, absolutely disgusting. Following that stream from Mr. Funhaver on May 16th, Sean Garez posted what was essentially a teaser for his video about the match-fixing situation. In the teaser, he reiterated just how severe things were.
Old CS:GO, by the way, if you're unaware, chat. Sean Garez. I think he was the guy that I always used to copy my pick'ems off, chat. Like, back in CS.
He said that, unlike the
Bro, these vine booms gotta stop. Stop. I hate this dude.
Scandal that rocked the CS:GO community back in 2014. This gambling operation
I'm kind of getting used to
on an
him.
entirely different level. He believes that it's generating hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of dollars. He also mentioned that both Riot and NA challengers were conducting their own investigations as well. Riot's head of anti-cheat, Philip Koskinas, tweeted that same day that, quote, "We have not received any reports of an anti-cheater accepting a bribe or of a rioter letting someone use cheats. If any credible evidence is received, I will investigate immediately." But after Sean Garez shared his short 5-minute teaser video, members of the community began commenting on the state of Tier 2. Most notably, Ten said that Riot essentially killed Tier 2 the moment they moved to a franchise system ahead of the 2023 season. He added that he wasn't surprised to hear of players match fixing for life-changing amounts of money. Tens went on to share his disappointment towards the way that Riot have mishandled.
Wait, so what did Riot do with?
Would you, for millions of dollars, would you throw your game? I don't know. Probably not. The pride would. My ego's too big. I think I would. Even that much money, I don't think I could do it. It would just hurt me. I couldn't sleep well at night.
With Tier 2 chat, franchise system means you have to pay for slots, or you have to be partnered with the league, right? Kind of like we had in CS. Oh, nah, I don't like that.
He added that he wasn't surprised to hear of players match fixing for life-changing amounts of money. Tens went on to share his disappointment towards the way that Riot have mishandled the game that he says he still truly loves and cares about, while mentioning that he feels that there's no incentive for players to continue grinding ranked. Nobody really cares about getting the same gun buddy after every episode. That's just the reality of things. Late last year,
They get a gun buddy? Bro, we haven't got nothing for fucking reaching, oh, mano. I mean, now
CS:GO doesn't even get anything.
Bro, a gun buddy is so much cooler than a medal. Imagine we would get a charm.
Valorant cheating scandals has gotten worse. Even Ludwig is talking about this, so this is new, man. That's wild. I'd rather listen to Ludwig talk about this.
At Harbor Freight, all our hand tools get a lifetime warranty because they're engineered to last a
wild.
long time.
Well, it's time to talk about the drama. It's time to talk about the drama. You guys know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the dark side of competitive Valorant. Now, this isn't drama like others. Sean Garez talking about who was fixing matches. I watched the first 15 minutes and it's crazy. This felt like a VOD review. Okay, all right. Bets, is that it? But that still wouldn't, that's bet. But is there 100,000 on the other side of the bet? Like, how does that work?
I don't want to get cut for playing poorly since I did shit last split. But is there any way to do it and win? And Bray says, we have streamer accounts on multiple sports books.
I don't know what that means.
These streamer accounts on the betting sites are how these guys are capable of even dropping bets this big on challenger games.
What does that mean? What's a streamer account? So like if I, Ludwig the streamer, want to make a bet, I have the ability to make larger bets. Is that it? But that still wouldn't change the necessity for somebody to be betting on the other side of the result.
Can bet maps too. So if you play bad for one map, or I just said throw an eke around accidentally on map 1, so you could just shit the bed one map and still win and make money? And Bray says yes. We should lock in for real.
The way Bray talks pisses me off, bro. We should lock in when it's like, yeah, dude, throw the game so I can make fucking $100,000.
That's not locking in. That's not locking in. That's selling out.
We should lock in for real here. I'm going to press 2 buttons. We need to lock in on this. I mean, I think I see a lot of people like this in life. And actually, I would argue financial circumstances are irrelevant to this breed of person. But there are some people who are so
breed
about
of
their bread,
person.
they just get lost in it. They will die, like we all will, only caring about how much money they have. But when you die, the money you can't keep. So we should probably spend it all because the pain isn't cheap.
Yeah, bro. Fucking like prosperity esports in Burger Boys and shit. Bam.
Okay. Everything makes sense now. There's some crazy upsets that this split. Yeah, bro. Prosperity and Burger Boys were possibly throwing.
Just like that. Found. Thank you so much. Yeah, I understand. I work with a few Valorant players at the moment, and this is on May 1st.
I think all I care about is who he's working with, which teams they were. Because here's the thing. That just said Burger Boys, right? If you guys don't know, Challengers is currently in playoffs. Do you want to know who's in the upper finals of playoffs?
Burger Boys.
So, like, if he's claiming Burger Boys was a part of this, when, who, you know what I'm saying?
I hid the team for privacy reasons, but let me know if you want to run up a fucking bag together. And he flaunts this right here bet. Holy shit. The payout for this, $230,188.10. This guy placed a bet.
It's not worth it.
Not on the series, but on map 2.
You would have to offer me.
Who is taking the other side of this bet? Unless the casino is acting as the house and paying out regardless. Is the casino coming up with a line here? That just seems like so much work on the casino's end. That's how a sportsbook works. I mean, I guess, but like, I hear that people are doing ranked game bets. So are you telling me the casino is coming up with a line for a ranked game? Like, that seems unlikely. This is not the same as like a fucking NBA game. It's exactly the same. Sorry, it's brain dead from a casino's perspective because the amount of information they have is so much smaller than an NBA game. So their lines are way less accurate to the point where individuals can have controls on the outcome and maybe heighten their chances of success in a bet like we are watching right now. Says who? I would assume Bray. I would assume the guy who made $230,000 from the casino would say this. Because you know what's not possible is making this same exact bet, but for game 2 of the NBA Finals. So I would assume Bray would be on my side with this. Me and Bray, bro, ride or die.
Team was winning 5-3. He's going to get 1.72 times what this number is, which is what he staked up. Please delete messages. Whenever you want to be driving a Lambo.
I hate the way this guy talks so much. I hate the way this guy talks deeply within my heart, man. God, he talks so... I just realized his name is Bray Crypto NFT Group. I just read the full name.
Wow, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Just reading the Bray part, I missed the crypto.
This is almost as bad as Dr. Lupo. I think this is worse. I don't know which was worse. Dr. Lupo cheating in chess
FT
or this.
He's offering $50,000 for this game.
You know what's interesting is this is happening after Sean said that there are people throwing. So this guy doesn't give a fuck. I think he's under the impression that there's no comeuppance coming for him. And he might be right about it. Because what authority is going to step in? It's like crypto gambling is about as unregulated as it can be. Riot Games has made basically no attempt or effort to step in. You know, worst case, you get your ranked account banned. Oh no. And it seems like the casino doesn't give a fuck either.
40,000 guaranteed. $40,000 to lose map 1. Let me know ASAP. And Practo responds shortly after. I'm good.
I'm good. Thanks for the offer though.
Thanks for the offer though. This is the message that you'll see a lot. Let's move combos to Telegram. So he's...
Why do people call Instagram Telegram?
Moving
TG. I'm not a Telegram head. Is that the right vernacular? What's your TG, bro? I feel like it's not. Is it normal to have a Telegram? I don't have a Telegram.
Or is that's something completely different? I don't know.
I don't know if that's weird for me. Chat, press 1 if you got a Telegram. To be fair, I don't even got a Snapchat, so I could also be a boomer on this. It seems like a good amount of people have a Telegram. Actually, hella people have Telegrams. I use it for military operations. Doxed. Okay, well, don't see a lot of sex traffickers on there, and everyone in my chat is pressing 1. It's kind of...
Oh god, oh god, oh god. It's only getting worse. It's only gonna get worse. I don't know what's worse. What's worse, this or just the fucking amount of cheaters and shit on CSGO? Which one's worse? Which one's worse? I can't play CSGO right now, but I think I can play Valorant. I'm gonna stop the stream early. Just cause this is a more relaxed stream. And then also I gotta fucking this gotta download it real quick. Alright, I'm gonna go take a shit. And then play 1 or 2 games real quick, maybe some Skyrim. I mean Oblivion. And then yeah, that'll be it. I'm gonna try to get my Steam account unlocked. We can play some fucking CSGO and other shit later tonight. Or tomorrow. Alright. I'll be right back. Toilet seat is broken. It keeps sliding under me. I'm fucking tired of it. Alright. Let's see if there's anything good in the battle pass. Oh, there's nothing good in the battle pass besides this, and it's not even that good. Store? Maybe. Oh, a karambit. I can finally have a karambit for once in my life. Yeah, my friend already has this knife. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know how you get variants. Like different colors. There we go. Okay. I need to change my settings to make it full screen. Because apparently you lose, I like it having windowed, but full screen apparently is the way to go. This looks really cool though. I like those. Let's see how much it is. $3.55. $3.550. $3.550. If it's more than $20, I literally can't get it, and it is. $5. My goodness. It's not even a knife. It's a comb. That's really cool. It's all right. It's all right. I like the reloading animation on that. Oh, I really like that. Too bad it's $35 fucking dollars. Why? Why is it so much? Why? I thought this offer already ended. Oh, this is just for these. I would totally get, not this, but I'd get the karambit. That sucks. That sucks. I don't have enough money for this. When you get that thing out, look how cool that looks. I could get it. I could get it, but I don't want to. That sucks. That sucks. And I could get the variant too. God, that's so cool. I might think about it. I'll think about it. I have fucking 10 hours to think about it. It's all right. I just wish there was some good shit like that in the battle pass, but there just isn't. And there's nothing good here at all. Nothing at all. Nothing. Alright, let's play. I might get that knife. We'll see, we'll see. Might just play one game. Because I want to get my Steam account unlocked again. I hate that that happened. It was like what was it, 350? 3550? That's nuts. That is insane. That is an insane amount for one little knife skin. Like 20 bucks is still like, that would hurt my heart for 20 bucks. For 35, that's insane. That's like 5 bucks, at least 5 bucks more than it ever should be. I know CSGO skins are way more, but you at least get to gamble for them, you know. Pay a buck or two for the key. But the skins are so much better on this. The animations and everything.
Match found.
Let's see if I deserve it. See if I deserve the skin. I gotta play good at least a little bit. Oh shit, I don't remember this map at all.
No one can hold their breath forever.
An underwater city. Great.
Oh, it is pretty cool. A cool skin. High average ping. Why? When's my ping? It is not that high. Oh, it's spiking though. Why? Why? Oh, it's because I'm streaming on YouTube too. Alright. Well, if it's still this bad. If it fucks me, then I'm gonna stop streaming on YouTube as well. Oh, it's bad. Okay. I might have to stop.
Poison orb emitting.
I helped. Oh, that's a cool skin. Got him in the head. Got him in the head once.
Our spike carrier is dead.
Spike down A.
Oh, did I have this spike? My bad.
Last player standing.
He's just fucking around. Okay, nice. Oh, that's a really cool gun skin.
Fire needs oxygen. Let me replace this phoenix's air.
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop streaming on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Check me out on Twitch. But every time I stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time and try to play Valorant or CSGO, this happens. I'm sorry.